Hi guys, welcome back to another live watch along with QualityShot Boxing. I'm Ali, and uh, Ali,
And
introduce
I'm
yourself.
Etty. I'm Etty,
And
all the way from Atlanta.
going international now, going international. But in today's video, in today's live watch along, as you can probably see at the bottom of the screen, we're doing the live watch along for Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury versus Derek Delboy Chisora. Etty, I mean, we were just talking before we went live, about how we think the fight will go. I said that I think based on I'm going to repeat what I said in the preview that I think that Fury is going to for the first two rounds test it. Well, both fighters are going to test each other out for the first two rounds. Afterwards, Fury will establish the dominance. Then, and maybe then, will he be in a position to afford standing toe to toe with Chisora, as you said. But what's your take on it?
I mean, just purely on the fight, like I said, first time going into fight that I really don't know what's gonna happen. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
these guys are, we all know these guys are best friends. They respect one another. I mean, but they're still professionals. They've spoken about going on the center of the ring and slugging it out right from the bell goes. I don't think that might happen, but that's possible. Fury in his last, second fight against Wilder, he said he was going to knock Wilder out in 2 rounds, and he stuck to his guns. So
It's
this that
true.
might happen. Fury might stick to his jab. It might be a 12
Mm-hmm.
round fight. I just don't know, but I definitely know Fury is going to win the fight. But how it's going to play out, I just can't predict this one. It's very, very on the ice in this one for sure.
I agree. To be honest, I think that's something that I probably would have. I would have said the same thing. I think most likely this is Fury's fight, but as I'm sure as we're all aware, within the heavyweight division, a single punch can change anything. Like Fury could be winning on point so hard, but all of a sudden it takes just one punch from Chisora. And the thing is, Chisora is a power puncher. He's not really known for his technique, so he's known for his durability, his aggression, his toughness. I mean, we've seen Fury get decked by Wilder's power. Now, I'm not saying Chisora has the same power as Wilder, but I'm saying Chisora is not only a power hitter, but he's been through the trenches. He's fought some of the biggest names. He's fought some of the headlines, some of the biggest fights, such as the Vitaly Klitschko. He's fought Fury twice. It'll be interesting to see how this pans out. And I know, honestly, bro, I think this is my key catchphrase now. It's just interesting every single time. I think something's just going to be interesting, and it genuinely is. I don't know how. I don't know what this fight could mean for both fighters, going forward. What's your take on it?
I mean, going forward, I mean, Fury sees this as a tune-up fight for Usyk early next year.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what he sees for sure. I mean, he sees it as a stay busy fight. He wants to be in the ring. He wants to
Mm-hmm.
make some money. He
Yeah,
wants the biggest commercial name out there.
yeah,
I know lots of people have been, complaining, "Oh, Chisora, no one wants to see this fight," and I get that, I really
yeah,
get that. Remember, we all said the same thing. I don't know if you said that, Ali. Like, I didn't want to see Fury Wilder 3 for sure at all. I was like,
yeah,
after
yeah.
the second fight, what's the point?
Oh,
Like, move on to Fury AJ, but that was a good fight. So I mean, Chisoro, this might be his last fight. Who knows? We just have to see. I mean, he's getting a huge payday for
mm-hmm.
sure. I think he's getting about 2 mil or
Oh
more than
wow,
that. So
yeah.
that's a good payday for sure. So this might be his last fight. Like I said, Fury. This is a tune-up fight for him for next year for the
Mm-hmm.
undisputed. Hopefully, for the sake of boxing, I hope there's no shocker. I love Chisoro, but I do want to. I don't want to see
Yeah.
like it's gonna be mad if Derek wins this and there's no undisputed next year for sure.
Bro, when I tell you, like, I could just picture now, go like, if Chisora wins this one, how my face will drop. Like,
Oh yeah.
don't be surprised if my face is just like,
Oh yeah. Do
that's
you
my
think there's a
attitude.
rematch for this? I don't think there's a rematch. I haven't heard anything on that. So
I don't,
and
I don't, I don't, I don't think so. I don't think so
yeah, I don't
either.
think
But
so.
to be honest, I think there may have been I, I, I think to be honest, there is a clause,
Hmm.
but it'll be in favor of Fury. But it's not something that they were speaking about prior, publicly
Right,
compared to
right,
other high-profile fights.
right,
So, for
right.
example, when we had like the Mayweather Pacquiao, or let's say the Joshua, I think Dillian White fights. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I remember there was a period of time where people were talking about potential rematch clauses, and that's because it's such a high-profile fight. Whereas
Right.
I don't think this fight is very high-profile, and
Right.
as a result, I don't think people would realistically be talking about it. I think
Right.
if Chisora was to win, then it will be spoken about the rematch. Then I think Fury will invoke it. Yeah, that's another one. The Joshua, what's his name?
Ruiz.
Ruiz
Ruiz.
fight, the first one.
Yeah.
No one expected him to. No one mentioned anything about rematch
Right.
clauses. As soon
Right.
as Ruiz won, everyone said, "Oh, rematch, rematch,
Oh,
rematch.
there's a
I'm invoking
rematch,
the
right?
rematch."
Right. That's true.
But
I mean, like like you said, it's gonna be a big, loss in the boxing world, like because next year I mean, there's a lot of good fights out there that we're expecting to make, and this is just gonna take a huge step back because if he loses, Usyk probably is gonna like defend one of his mandatories, and if
mhm,
Usyk loses that, then we're back to like no undisputed fight. So I mean, like I said, like I was telling you before the stream started, I mean, I think Fury knows that. I mean, I know
mhm,
he's not going to be reckless. He has that at the back
mhm.
of his mind. He knows like the huge fight is coming up next year, so he's going
Yep.
to take this serious for sure. I don't think he's going to be too reckless. I mean, I see like he has stylistically, Chisora is meant for him. Chisora comes forward a lot,
Yeah.
a lot of technique. He puts his head down. So I do see a chance for an uppercut, knockout again, similar to White,
Yeah.
because Chisora puts his head down. He comes forward.
Mhm,
He doesn't throw a lot of jabs. All he throws is
mhm.
like the power, like hooks to the body or the power hooks
Yeah.
to the head. And that uppercut for that he gave Dillian White last fight is there for the taking.
Mhm.
But hopefully they are not upset in this fight. Absolutely.
Here's the thing, I'm going to go back on a previous point you mentioned a few moments ago about not wanting Wilder Fury 3. I'm going to disagree with that because I actually wanted a
Mm.
Wilder Fury 3 on the following basis. Just one reason, that I wanted Fury to cement his so-called his ability, his superiority over Wilder. Because the first fight
Mhm.
ended in a draw. The second fight,
Right.
Fury won that one convincingly. But there's always going to be a few fans that think, oh, you got Wilder on a bad day, blah, 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 blah. A third fight would
Mhm.
quash all of that. And I think most likely, had they not
Cement.
had the third fight,
Yeah.
then people would have said, "Oh, why didn't you fight Wilder for the third time? You were lucky to get the win for the second one." And they'll say, "Oh, the first one Wilder got robbed. The second one you were lucky," and so on and so on and so forth. So I
Right.
do think that the
Right.
third fight made sense in terms of quashing any potential doubts about Fury. I think with this fight, the Fury Chisora, I don't think this fight is, and in some ways I can understand why it's not highly anticipated, why it was met with such dismay. However, I do think
Mhm.
that Fury, I think, because I'm sure you remember, Fury was meant to fight Joshua sometime this year, but they had the back and forth with the contract
Right.
negotiations,
Right.
and that fight didn't happen. And all the other fighters that he should have fought, like Usyk, I don't think they would have had time. Usyk would have needed more of a camp. Ruiz fairly recently fought Ortiz, and Wilder.
Ortiz.
No one wants to see Fury Wilder full fight. Joe Joyce recently beat Joseph Barker, so I don't think it would have made much sense for them to fight, each other. Now, so these other fighters. So I think Chisora would have possibly been the next step up.
Oh yeah.
And I think over the years, and people may disagree with this, but I think that over the years, Derek Chisora has actually improved slightly. And I think he's earned that right to fight perhaps for, one more world title fight. Because I think Chisora is an excellent B grade fighter.
Right.
Based on his performance of the past few years,
Right.
I think he's a B grade fighter. He would be the level before like the top three. So when you have where you have your Tyson Furies and your Usyks. Below that, maybe you have your Joshua and Wilders, and perhaps just below that, you have the so-called like maybe B/C grade fighters, whereby you have those fighters who still have a name, who still draw tickets, who can sell tickets, but
Right.
they're not realistically, they're not fighters that you'd realistically expect to win a fight. I don't know what you think about that. What's your
Oh
take
yes,
on that?
absolutely. And the thing is this, you said that, fighters that can still sell tickets. Look at Chisora's last fight, Pulev. That was a headline.
Yeah.
Like I mean, that was okay, that was on the zone, but that was like the main card.
Yeah.
He had Parker 2 times. That was the main
Yeah.
card, and he had Usyk as well. So
Yeah.
Chisora sells tickets in London. That's a fact. Like he will sell the tickets, and that's exactly what Fury was looking at. Like, I mean, he could have fought like anybody. Like people say, oh, he could have fought whoever he could have fought. But
I
I
agree. Yeah.
mean, his commercial value plus Chisora's commercial value is why we have this fight right now. Plus
Yeah.
the fact that he wants Chisora to have the opportunity as his,
Mhm.
as his friend. But it was just like two of them's commercial value put together. I mean, he could have fought, like people have mentioned Michael Hunter. Like how different would that or difficult would that fight have been for Fury? Almost the same. Like he will knock
Yeah.
Hunter out in like 6-7 rounds as well. But will Hunter fill a stadium with him? Probably
No,
not. So
definitely.
Fury just
Probably. It's not
wants
even probably. It's definitely not.
definitely not
Definitely not.
exactly. So
Yeah.
Fury is just trying to like, okay, I'm on this rise now.
Mhm.
Boxing is big. Boxing has never been this big,
Mhm.
and I want to sell as much ticket. And I was thinking about
Yeah.
something, right? I don't know,
Mhm.
like some people believe in fate and some people don't, and things like that. But I feel like Fury has had like, I wouldn't say lucky, but like everything has just worked well for his favor.
What do
And
you mean by
like,
that?
okay, I'll explain. Okay, when he beat Klitschko, right?
Mhm.
He took like 2 or 3 years out the ring, right?
Mhm.
Do you know how many fights he didn't make for that? 9 fights. That's if he had fought 3 times a year, that would have
Yeah,
been 9 fights. And
that's true.
during that period, boxing wasn't big. Heavyweight boxing wasn't big.
Mhm.
So he came back when Joshua started building like the boxing scene, and he like
Yeah.
it's like he took a leave and he just came back when everything was big. So in that 9 fights, would he have gone unbeaten in that fight, 9 fight? Probably not. Probably yes. We don't know. But
Yeah.
those have been like 9 difficult fights that he would have. He definitely would have fought
Mhm.
Klitschko again, a hard fight. I think he would have fought
Yeah,
Ruiz.
they had the second fight. They were
Yeah,
meant to have the second fight,
exactly.
the
I think
rematch.
he would have fought Ruiz again. I think he would have fought Wilder earlier on.
Ruiz.
Yeah, Andy Ruiz. Yeah, because he was mentioning Andy Ruiz at one point. I don't know if you remember, a long time ago. He was
Andy
mentioning.
Ruiz didn't fight Wilder. Didn't
No,
fight
no, no,
Fury
no,
before, did
no.
he?
I mean, like in that span that he was out, the
Oh,
when he
okay.
had his problems, so he could have fought like hard fighters for less pay. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So he would have had like so many tough fights when he was out for less pay, but he took
Mhm.
like his 2 years out for his like
Mhm.
personal and health reasons, and he came back to
Mhm.
like a heavyweight scene that was on fire. That he just had like to like just jump on with his big name and everything just
Mhm.
took off. So he had like, in my opinion, he had like 6 or 9 fights that didn't happen because he was out of the ring.
Yeah.
That could have been
I get.
really tough fights. You get
Mhm.
my point now?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I do.
Yeah.
I think. I
So
think. I think. No,
go
no.
ahead.
Carry on. Apologies. Carry on.
Yeah, yeah. So I feel like he had this opportunity that he had 6 or 9 fights when he was out for his
Mhm.
personal problems. Then he got
Mhm.
back to like a heavyweight scene that was like on fire.
Oh, buzzing.
I
Yeah.
think when he was fighting, there was like Box Nation in the UK because then I used to live
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
UK.
yeah.
It was Box. I mean, Box Nation wasn't doing too well, right? Then
Mhm.
he came back. Then boxing was back on Sky Sports.
Yeah.
Boxing was back on BT. Like boxing was heavyweight boxing was on fire in the US. So he just like took a leave, then came back to like
Mhm.
stadium fights. And now he wants to like just keep going on that level. He just wants to keep selling the fights. He just wants to keep going. Oh, I think who's that? That's the lightweight. They're doing a face off for Anthony. Is that what's his name?
Um. Because
Yeah,
I'm not sure
Gerard
if
and Beterbiev.
it's for box
Yeah,
office. Maybe
that's
your
gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be a good fight,
which
definitely.
one? Daniel
Uh,
Dubois.
no, Beterbiev and Anthony Yard for the
Oh
lightweight.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So they're
yeah.
having the face off right now in the center of the ring.
Mhm, 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 mhm.
Yeah. So I don't know if you get my point. Like, just Fury just wants to like, he had this time off. Now he's back. He just wants to like go up. Like he doesn't want like any fight that he has to fight in the O2 and sell a handful of tickets. He just wants to like stadium, 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 stadium and go.
I see. No, that's fair enough, but I agree with you to an extent, where you say that Fury came back. once the heavyweight scene was popping off. But to be honest, I think the real reason why Fury came back or took some time off, obviously had his personal reasons. He had his addictions and whatnot. He's going through all of that stress, and I'm glad he's out of it. But I think if he continued boxing, he could have been banned anyway. So I think rather than have the embarrassment, I think he took that time out. So essentially, he spent all that time off. Then he made the confession, the admit that okay, he was on some substances and whatnot.
Right.
So he took time out. The thing is though, heavyweight boxing started to pop off without Fury, in my opinion, because of Joshua. I think the way Joshua was promoted was in such an excellent way. Hearn was the mastermind of that.
Perfect.
Joshua had it all. He had the looks, he had the physique, he had the Hollywood smile, he had all of that. Then obviously he was undefeated as well at that point. Then you had Wilder, who was also undefeated. You had two very contrasting, very stylistically completely different fighters who were both power hitters and complete opposite ends of the spectrum. In that Wilder was known for his brute punching power. Joshua was known for his punching power, but more so for his ability to take a hit. I think someone who, I forgot the boxer's name, who sparred with them both in training camps, he said that Wilder hits like you've been shot by a sniper, and Joshua feels like when you punch him, you feel like you punch a tank barehanded or barefisted. So it's complete opposite ends, essentially the age-old thing, who's going to win, strength or attack or defense. So I think that would have been, that also added to it. Then obviously Fury came back. He fought Wilder for the first time. He drew, and in my opinion, that fight was a robbery. I don't care what people say, that fight was an absolute robbery. And I think that also just added further fuel to the fire. So when they fought again, when he took some time off and he fought Otto Wallin, and I think Sefer Safari, if I'm not mistaken, that fight with Otto Wallin where he was bleeding kind of shocked everyone. So that also added more, interest, more hype to it. And Fury being Fury, he's very loud, brash. He says exactly how he feels, whatever he thinks. I think that also adds more hype to it. So I agree with you to that part when you say he added to the whole heavyweight scene the interest. Yeah. But I think that the initial scene, the initial heavyweight, hype now was founded essentially built up by the Joshua type. If Joshua wasn't there, I still do not think the heavyweight division would be as interesting as it is. But now then you've had more fighters, the Ruiz, the Usyks come in, the Joe Joyces come in. That's just added more and more to it. And also you have the Joshua White, rivalry. Is that going to be reignited again? That adds more and more to it. So Fury definitely played a major part. But I think that the part where I'll differ with you, and I'll summarize this again, is that this whole heavyweight hype is predominantly because of Joshua.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree. I think that's what I was trying to say, and I agree with you. And that's what I was saying is like he went off for whatever reason. He went off, and that's why I was like he's kind of lucky because he had 9 fights that he wouldn't have been making so much money.
Yeah.
Right. And he just came back to when Joshua had already built everything, and he wants to just take it from there and keep going. So I absolutely agree with you. Joshua, Joshua started selling out Cardiff, starting out Wembley and all that. Like even Wilder was like, damn, what's going over there in the UK? I know he came to the UK at one point, he was having a tour, he was on TalkSport, that's when he said he was gonna have a body bag and all that kind of stuff. So I feel, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Fury has been so blessed that he had about 6 to 9 fights with no money that he wouldn't have made a whole lot of money on, but he just took off and he just came back to a very lucrative business, very lucrative spot. And once he tasted that feel, he just wants to take it from there. And that's why he doesn't really care he's fighting Chisora because he knows Chisora, he says everyone's gonna be singing, "Oh, Derek Chisora," and he knows everyone's gonna people are gonna pay for it. People are gonna come to the stadium, and that's why he's fighting. He doesn't want to fight he doesn't want to fight Michael Hunter Or like
Yeah,
even though Joe Joyce, he even said, Joe Joyce, you need to build your profile. He wants to
yeah, I
fight like
agree. I
high
agree.
profile selling commercial fighters.
Yeah.
And because in his mind, in Fury's mind, he thinks he can wipe the heavyweight division. And he's thinking like, what's the point wiping out these guys in a small arena? I want to wipe them all on the big stage.
Yeah, that's
So
true. That's
that is
actually
where
very
his
true. Yeah.
mindset. That is where his mindset is, and that is
Mhm.
why I think he chose Chisora. Plus, Chisora is his friend too, and he said he was going to fight Chisora for one more payday. But that is one of the main reasons why he's fighting Chisora, not because he needs And look at it. He called this would have been a Fury Usyk today. It could have been Fury AJ today,
Yeah, that's
but
true.
it's
That's very true.
but it's a Fury like in Chisora. So you see how like he went from the first big seller to the next big seller, then to the
Yeah,
next big seller. And one thing I'll say before this fight goes, and I think we probably have to run on this is, I
yeah, yeah.
know I've not really had anyone say this. I think
Yeah. Tell me.
AJ, I mean Fury called out AJ at when AJ was in his lowest. I don't think
Yeah,
that
no,
was
I
fair.
agree. I agree. I agree.
I
I
don't think
agree.
that was fair. Like I felt like he called out AJ when AJ was back off 2 losses. I
So
mean, you
yeah,
saw
yeah,
his post rant, and I was like,
yeah.
damn, like you want to fight like an AJ that's not on the top of his game. So I was like,
Mhm.
although I want to see that fight, but I was like, if he
Yeah.
had beaten AJ, like everyone's like, oh, you beat AJ off the back of 2 losses, and there'll be no
Mhm.
credibility in that. That's just my
And
opinion on that one.
no, no, no. I think that's an opinion I share very much so because I think he picked up Joshua when he was at his weakest. You know that Joshua with the breakdown that he had, his post-fight antics. He knew that Joshua was in the right headspace, and he thought, Joshua is in a very, very vulnerable position. Let me take advantage of it. And I
Right,
do think that I mean, we know how it is with these promoters and how the game goes. When you have an opportunity, you take it. They
right,
knew that Joshua's ego was bruised heavily, and that Joshua still wants to prove himself. So they said, we'll give you a world title fight, but you go to on our terms. But I
right.
think Eddie Hearn ultimately, protected him as much as much criticism as Eddie Hearn gets. I think ultimately Eddie Hearn was doing his job, looking after Joshua and looking after himself, and he
Correct.
knew that the fight wouldn't make much business sense for it, and he knew that. I think he knows that in the situation he is now, it would be a very a silly decision because I mean ultimately this is not a sporting decision; it's more of a business decision. And
Correct.
the saying goes, one of the first rules in business is that never make business decisions based off emotions. And had Josh agreed to the fight, that would have been a very naive mistake because he's basing off emotion, not logic, not reason, not
Correct.
logical thinking. So I think they're smart to delay it. Now I think that the trick is with Joshua is that he needs to have a few. I think he needs to take some considerable time off before ultimately fighting a few tune-up fights. Maybe some of the B-grade fighters. Maybe Dillian White. Maybe another not Joseph Parker, Joe Joyce, perhaps. See if he could beat Joe Joyce. Could he fight Wilder? Because both of them, as I've said before in a previous video, that both of their stock value has dropped. Now it's time to see who could battle it out. And I think whoever wins that, their confidence will be boosted so much higher. And this is why I respect what Wilder's doing now because he's going about it the right way, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Oh,
He's taking
absolutely.
time off. He's focusing on the work and he's doing it. But I think now's the Dubois fight. This is
Correct.
the first of the two championship fights.
Correct. Yeah, the stadium looks packed, so that's a good sign. Seems like there's lots of people, but there are a few
Mhm.
empty seats in there as well. So that's a good. It's not so good, but yeah, it doesn't look that empty though.
Yeah.
So who do you have for this fight going in?
Oh, let me check 1 second. Let me check. I'd say Dubois. I'd say Dubois to be honest.
Oh
I think
yeah,
Dubois will probably have it. Yeah. I mean, Dubois is. I still believe Dubois is one for the future. I think Dubois is a future world champion, despite his loss to Joe Joyce. I very much think Dubois is a future world champion. I
well,
genuinely think he's going to be a future world champion. The way he fights, just the potential he has in him, it's too much for to ignore, if that makes
Oh,
sense.
absolutely. I mean, I like his style. I like that he's always on his
Yep,
toes.
yep.
Like I like his style. I like he picks his shot properly. I mean, I really like. I was shocked that he lost to Joyce, to be honest. And I think he was winning that fight. He was really winning that fight, but Joyce was just too strong and too much for him.
I, I
I-
think I think with that Joe Joyce, I was backing Joe Joyce because Joe Joyce is a local lad to me. He lives
okay.
like close by to where I live.
Oh
So
wow,
he's
that's
very close. Yeah, he's close by. And to be honest, the problem I've seen Joe Joyce fight. I think in his second or third fight, I think Joe Joyce, and I used to be critical of this, and in a way I still am. I think his speed lets him down too much, but he
mhm.
more than makes up for it in his power and his ability to keep on coming forward. And I think that is incredibly mentally demotivating, debilitating. I think that's the word if I said it correctly. That's just too much for a fight. I mean, that's just going to make someone give up and very demotivating. So I think he is rightfully rightfully so, in beating Daniel Dubois. Because don't forget, even though Joe Joyce hasn't got age on his side, he's like 36, 37.
Mhm.
I think he's Britain's most decorated boxing most decorated amateur
Me
fighter
too.
of all
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
He's won like the silver at the Olympics. He's won various gold medals. I mean, I used to train down at the same gym that he used to train, Earlsfield. As in, I used to go to like different sessions, but it was held there. So I've seen all the pictures of Joe Joyce when he first started in his very early days, and going to like the World Championships or the European Championships or like the French this or the English that or the ABAs, like the Amateur Boxing Association. So his experience makes up for it.
Oh,
And it's just like,
absolutely.
what's his name, Usyk or Lomachenko. Lomachenko had his first world title shot when I think 7 fights in. People think,
Mm.
he doesn't deserve that. What the hell, 7 fights in? But they don't talk about his 345 odd amateur fights.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Most of these professional fights, they don't even have that. They don't even have 50. Or some of them
Oh
don't even
yeah.
have 50.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, start off round one. Well, how do you think this fight's going to go?
I think Dubois is gonna win. Probably six, 7 round stoppage. I
Dubois looks
think
sharper.
yeah, he's
Yep.
gonna be too big for Lorena.
Dubois looking sharper than usual in his previous fights. He's
Yeah,
wanted, pumping up the jab.
yeah,
Yep.
bouncing on his toes as usual.
Yep. And he's physically bigger than Lorena. Although,
Oh yeah.
to be honest, we've seen that size doesn't necessarily mean everything in heavyweight boxing.
Oh yeah, I think Lorena used to be a cruiserweight. He just moved up. I think to
Yeah,
about 2 years ago.
yeah. He was an IBO cruiserweight champion.
The first round, they're just filling out themselves. Nothing significant has landed from either
Yeah,
fighter.
Dubois looking like he's establishing the range,
Yeah,
pumping out the jab. Dubois both fighters in the center of the ring.
yeah.
Lorena
Lorena
looks like
tried
he's
to,
more active.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lorena tried a power shot, but he just missed.
Mm-hmm. Nice slip and right to the body, but missed by Lorena. Combination, but missed to the head by Lorena. Daniel Dubois seems like he's controlling the tempo of this. Lorena looks like he looks very active. He's just moving, bobbing, slipping and weaving. But that doesn't necessarily mean that.
Oh, down goes Dubois. Woo.
What? I'm probably a few seconds behind you.
Down goes Dubois. He got him. That was a nice counter left. Oh my gosh. Nice
I'm a
counter
few
left
seconds.
shot by Lorena.
Yeah, I see it now. I just saw it now. I'm a few
Oh,
seconds behind you.
another left. Oh wow. Down goes Dubois again. He might he oh my gosh, the fight might be over. Oh, he took the second one. He went down by himself. What's going on? Oh my gosh. We might have a shocker right now, guys. Hopefully he survives this
Oh my
round.
God, stunning. We've got a few seconds to
Yeah.
go back on our predictions. A few seconds to go back on our predictions.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm sure down goes Dubois again. Oh my
Third
gosh.
time. Oh my
This
Lord.
one he just took a knee.
Oh,
Similar to the Jojo's fight.
he took a knee again.
Yeah, he took a knee.
Oh, come on.
No. Oh my gosh. He took a knee.
You see him shake his head. You saw him shake his head.
Yeah. I would like to see where he hit him in the way. I think he hit him on the side of the head. That was a counter left.
Is that in
Oh
the
my
first
gosh!
round? Is that in the
Wow,
round one
this is not
already?
looking good for Daniel Dubois right now. How would you score now? 10-7 or 10-6? Oh my gosh!
I don't even think I could score this, bro.
Oh,
What the
yeah,
hell? Winning by at least 2 points because you get a point
absolutely.
deducted if you drop, didn't you? You saw him as soon as after the save after or the third drop where you saw him quickly just look at Dubois look to his corner and shake his head.
Oh yeah, round two is about to
Oh
start.
man, come on, Dubois.
Oh, that was a nice counter from Lorena.
You see, no, that was fake. Oh my god, do you see the slowing down?
Yeah,
Lorena threw a left hook, he didn't even hit him. Dubois goes back, just like stumbles.
yeah.
Now this is a phantom ghost punch. It's not like he connected with the left hook
Left to
when he
yeah,
stumbled.
but he didn't hit
He
him.
threw the left hook.
He's just
He
taking
missed
the
and
knee.
no. After this first knockdown, where Lorena then threw the second hook, and Dubois stumbled, he did not connect with him. That looked like another
He did
ghost
that's yeah.
phantom
That's
punch.
what I'm saying. He's like he took a knee. Yeah, he did not connect.
Oh my god,
I would
Dubois
like to
looked
see the
done.
first shot that got him down, though. It seems like got on the side of the head.
Yeah, Dubois. But I did say that size doesn't necessarily mean everything heavyweight boxing. Lorena looks more like
But
Mike
that
Tyson.
was a counter. It was a counter shot, though. Oh, nice straight right from Lorena. Straight left, rather.
Yeah, Dubois. And Lorena's smart because he's making the big guy move. Oh, nice left. That was a nice left to the face by Lorena.
Yeah.
Combination thrown by Dubois.
I think Dubois just
Dubois.
needs to try and survive, get his balance back, get his legs back, and fight. I'll just give up this
Yeah.
round and may probably give up the next round as well.
Dubois is a natural heavier fighter, bro. Like, why isn't he going at it?
I think he's still buzzed from the first knockdown.
If Dubois can survive, carry on the way he's doing until the end of round 3, then I think it will be equal footing. Then I think Dubois will be able to establish the dominance that we're so accustomed to him doing.
Oh yeah.
Because I think if he goes for the kill in round 3, it'll be difficult. I think you need to kind of like gain more confidence that way.
Oh yeah, he needs to take some rounds off and get more confidence and just get his balance back and get his stability back.
Yeah. Yeah. Akko Desmond, they said there's no way Derek is going to win. Fury, he has nothing new to show Fury, and his fight has no match for Fury. Fury can win in 5 rounds. What do you think about that?
There's no way Derek is going to win. He has nothing to show Fury and has his fight no match for Fury. Fury came. I mean, like I think everyone shares this sentiment as well. But I wouldn't say there's no way after watching this fight currently going on. One shot can land. It could be a right hook to the body, to the ribs, to the head,
Okay.
and you never know in heavyweight boxing. But for sure, Fury has an 80 or 90% chance to win this fight and knock him out within 5-6 rounds.
And that's interesting. I agree with that, to be honest. I think that's a agreeable thing to say, same that I would agree with in that, like we said, heavyweight boxing, anything could happen. And we've seen Fury, if he wants to go for the knockout, he will go for the knockout.
Oh, yeah.
And Chisora goes hard for the first few rounds, but he tires out very quickly. Unless he's going to do rope a dope and he's worked on his stamina, there's no way I see him knocking Fury out, beating him. So I agree with Akko, though.
Oh, yeah.
Akko Desmond.
So I think it's around 3, Dubois, Lorena. I think Dubois may have recovered now, and he seems to be, more mobile, throwing the jabs now. But I think he has to knock Lorena out to win this fight. It's going to be very hard to win on points.
I don't think. I don't think so. I think if Dubois can establish the jab and not get rocked again for a couple of rounds, then I think he's got the judge's favor on him slightly. Wayne says, will we be showing the fight live? It's Holland and Egypt. Can't find anyone to watch or stream it. Sorry, Wayne, we won't be able to stream it, I'm afraid. The only way you could possibly watch it is by ordering on BT Box Office. I've got on BT Box Office because I'm in the UK. Etty, I think you've got it on which channel?
I got on ESPN here in the US.
He's got on ESPN. So we both pay the pay-per-view for this fight.
Lorena is still backing up Dubois, and Dubois is fighting on his back foot. Nothing significant yet in the third round.
He's hunting him down. He's closing the space because he knows a big guy like him can't move. And he knows once you get a big guy like him who's been rocked, who doesn't want to get hit in a tight space, he's there for the picking. Again, it goes to the boxing IQ. It tells you, that it's not necessarily all just about the physical attributes. It's also a huge part of the mental side and your intelligence inside the ring.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice backhand, right hand by Arena.
Yeah. Oh, nice body shot by Dubois.
Lorena's bleeding on his nose now. Lorena's bleeding on his nose.
Yes, I think Dubois is slowly getting into the fight. And that's what I was saying. Like, just take the second round off, recover your strength, and start easing back to the fight from the third. And it seems like that's what he's doing. He landed, a nice jab and nice body shot on Lorena. And I think he should just try and time Lorena walking in from the southpaw stance as well. Like, the right hand is always there for the taking.
Yep.
Oh, so count the standing count for Lorena. This fight is interesting.
Oh,
there we go. Oh, now there goes Dubois. Oh, come on. Oh, there goes Dubois. Unleashing barrages and shots on Lorena.
Do you know what this fight reminds me of? The Andy Ruiz-Joshua fight. The first one, whereby when Joshua dropped him, Dubois going ham. Ham. Oh, my
Hopefully
Lord.
He doesn't punch himself out. Oh, nice jab. Don't punch yourself. Nice jab from Dubois. Oh, he rocked Dubois again. Oh, nice uppercut from Dubois. He's gone. Oh, that's it. Wow. Third round stoppage. Early stoppage, you think? Oh, wow. What a fight.
Oh. Oh, my God. Did you see that dirty uppercut?
Yeah.
The way the head just went boom.
Boom, yeah.
That remind me. Do you know which uppercut that reminded me of?
AJ Klitschko for sure.
AJ Klitschko, you know exactly what I was thinking, my brother. You know exactly what that. The Povetkin White, the Joshua White, all them dirty uppercuts. Oh my Lord!
Yeah. Wow, how Dubois came back.
But I think that's unfair. I think that's unfair. I think it's unfair to stop the fight like that because they didn't stop the fight for Dubois after those particular ones, and Dubois looked gone. So why would he stop for?
I agree. There's an element to an early. That's an element to an early stoppage, But although what I feel like, and if you notice, I felt like Dubois was deliberately taking those knees just to buy some time. He felt like he was already losing the round. And he was just taking. Oh, you see, he rocked him same way Ruiz rocked AJ on the temple. So he just started taking the knee, just to buy some time, so that he wouldn't knock him out. And he did.
Yeah.
Would you call that being smart? He just took a knee so he doesn't take punishment. He took 2 knees without getting hit.
I don't think that's. You could say that's smart. I mean, I find that very weird more than anything. I mean, I don't understand why a fighter would do that in particular. But at the same time, I mean, if it's him to save time, it saves time. But in a sport like boxing, that's not really a respectable thing to do. Take a knee or that.
Absolutely.
Firm the
Mm,
hit, or if you want to
mm.
buy time, you do what the go-to in the book is tie up.
Yeah, you hold it, tie
Yeah,
up.
you
Yeah,
don't
I think
take
he
a
would get a
knee.
lot of heat for that. I think he would get because
Yeah,
he took a knee 2 times. He took a knee two
yeah.
times in the first round when he wasn't
Hmm.
hit. And I
Hmm.
feel that was a little bit of early stoppage as well. Although
Hmm.
like Lorena was really hot, but like going back to your point, like with what Dubois did in the first round, I think he should have been given some chance to like
Yep.
recover as well, or just let him
Oh,
fight one more time. But that was
you,
a good fight though.
for
Both
sure.
guys
It was
got hit
very
multiple times
action-packed,
and came back.
electric, crazy.
Oh yeah,
You know the one thing I love about when you subscribe, like you get the pay-per-views and you watch a fight, is that when they show you the highlights of a particular knockout and they show the combinations that led to the knockout, you could see when it slowed down how each one lands with power, and you think
yeah.
this is the one, no, is that the one?
Oh yes,
But we've had a comment
absolutely.
coming from Matt James saying he thinks Del Boy deserves the shot at the title on a good payday. Can't see him troubling Fury, but stranger things have happened in boxing. If that is not the most
Perfect
accurate,
cover.
correct statement I have heard in a long time, I don't know what is, man. We
Oh
can
yeah.
both agree, both me and Etty, and I can speak on Etty's behalf here. I'm sure he will agree with me that
Oh yeah.
that's such a correct statement. Del Boy definitely deserves his shot at another title. He's earned it over the years and an excellent payday. He's been an absolute credit to British boxing. Apart from the few odd moments, the way he's helped to boost British boxing, like he thoroughly deserves it. But yes, I don't think he troubles Fury in the slightest. I think unless he clips Fury early on, that's his
Yeah.
most realistic chance of troubling Fury. But again, like
Oh yeah.
we said before, stranger things have happened. All it takes is a split-second punch, and that's it. Game over.
Oh yeah. So where do you see Dubois going from here? Like I mean, I'm not convinced with this performance. I think he can do better. He's a better fighter than what he displayed today, but this wasn't a good performance at all. Like it's the first knockdown. I know that was a counter punch, that was a counter shot.
Mhm.
For him to take those,
Mhm.
knees without being hit, like I don't think with a world class fighter or with a top
Yep.
fighter will let him off easily like that.
Yep.
So there'll be a lot of backlash. I'll be interested to see what the comment is on YouTube, on
Uh-huh.
fan channels and things like that, about this fight. But good win for him nevertheless. But I wonder where he goes from here.
I agree. I think, to be honest, the biggest thing that Dubois needs to work on is his mentality, his attitude. I think there were talks of him giving up against Joe Joyce, where he took the knee, even though he had the busted eye socket. I didn't really see that back then, but we saw him take a knee. We saw his attitude. We saw like early on when he got rocked. I think he needs to work on that
Yeah.
tremendously because against the high level caliber fighters, he will get rocked. He will get absolutely
Yes.
destroyed, and that's not something that he that would help him. I think we had a comment from I think his son. He likes the horse pick and fury pick, Etty. is,
Oh
is
yeah.
that a
Thank
signed
you.
picture by
That
any
was
chance?
like when. What you say?
Is that a signed picture of
Yeah,
Fury,
it's
by the
it's a
way?
sign. Yeah, it's a signed picture, but
Sheesh.
definitely not directly from Fury's name for sure, though. I
No,
got it from a store, like one of those memorabilia stores in Las Vegas.
oh, nice, nice, nice. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm trying to build up my sporting signed collection. I've got signed Frank Bruno gloves, and I wanted to get signed Floyd Mayweather senior gloves because I actually
Oh,
went to
nice.
train up with him in early this year in April. So I've got a picture with him, but I don't think they were signing stuff. So I just, bro, I need to buy my Mike Tyson and my Muhammad Ali stuff, and then I'm good. Then I can start spending more and more like the Fab Four or like the Canelos or the Formans, the Frasers. That's what I'd
Yeah.
love to see,
Oh
man.
yeah.
That's what I'd love to get. I just
Oh
want
yeah.
to hopefully, my future office just have that memorabilia sort of like, oh, this person, that person looks so slick.
Oh
I've
yeah.
got posters up as well,
Oh that. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
but yeah, going back to your
Absolutely.
question
Yeah.
about the Dubois thing, I think if he's able to work on the mental side, his attitude. When I say attitude, I don't mean this negatively. In that, I don't think he's not giving his all. I think what I mean by that is, I think Dubois needs to work on more of his, okay, I say mentality, but more so his heart, his desire. I mean,
Yeah.
we both felt that there were times where he didn't really want it, like where he took the knee. Don't take the knee. Tie up.
Yeah.
Push.
Yeah.
Use your aggression. Push.
Yeah.
Give some
Yeah.
time up. Create some space for yourself. But I don't think that's right from. He needs to work on that because, like you said, I think he'll get picked apart by the heavyweight fighters. Usyk and Fury will destroy him. White will destroy him. Joshua will destroy him. Although I do think he may trouble Joshua, but we have to wait and see for that.
Oh yes.
I
Oh,
think he needs to
absolutely.
work on that tremendously.
I think like he seems like he can take a good punch. It goes back to the mental side. You say like he just doesn't want to get hot. That's not good to see. I think like any fight, like his future press conferences will be
Yep.
very terrible. Like his
Yep.
opponents will pick on him for sure.
Yep.
Like just
Yep.
taking like the second one, he tried to like punch and he missed
Yep.
it, and he saw Lorena coming, and he just took the knee. And I was like, why would you do that? That was just not, good sportsmanship. It got him
Yep.
across the finish line for sure, but that's not good to watch for sure.
Yep. No, it's. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, it's because I like Dubois. I genuinely, I really like Dubois. I like seeing, the potential. And I said this before. He's got potential, and I really want him to do well. But unless he doesn't work on those things, then I think it could be one of those careers whereby people say, he had potential, he didn't achieve it. It will be shameful for someone to go that way.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
One more fight left. I'm not gonna lie. I'm low-key hoping it's a quick knockout, so I can just go back to sleep. I need to go back to sleep. I'm really tired.
Oh, I mean, I
Although
agree
to
with
be
you.
honest,
Like, I don't want the nerves. I mean, like I said, for boxing, like for boxing next year, I
yeah,
love Chisora. He's been a good vet to the sport. He's done so much for British boxing. Like
yeah,
he's professional, but
yeah,
I mean, like, the boxing would rather see a Fury, on top of the tree than the Chisora on top of the tree for the good of the big fights next year, for the good
yeah.
of the big fight next year. Because
No, I
this
agree.
ruins everything. Like, it ruins all our hopes, it ruins all the fights we want to see. And we're probably going to be back to, like, no one caring about the heavyweight division. That's what's on the line tonight, in my opinion. It's a lot. That could be on the line.
Mhm,
Probably not, but it could be on the line. It could be on the line. Because if Fury loses, where next? The Fury AJ fight is not as appealing anymore.
mhm,
Even though it's still a good fight, but it's
mhm,
not as big as it used to. Because two of them have L's now, and
mhm.
Fury has always been known for being like a talker, like building up fights. How can
Yeah,
he
yeah,
build
yeah,
up
yeah.
fights with losing to Chisora? Like, that's another aspect of it. So, for boxing's sake, at least, while we can still enjoy good fights in the top three, like, I definitely want Fury to win.
By the way, quick thing before I respond to that, I don't know if you can say, but they're interviewing Frank Warren at the moment. I just want to say to comment on how he looks. He looks like such an absolute G, an absolute boss. Looks like a proper promoter. He's got the nice jacket, the expensive looking scarf. He looks like he runs the show, and he actually does.
Yeah.
But
What's he saying? Because I'm watching it over here in the States, and it's
I know
all advertisement right now.
I can't hear it because I've muted it for
Oh, okay.
copyright purposes. But it's just the way he's looking. He's looking very sharp, very boxing promoter. Well, how you'd expect a boxing promoter to look? Just like he fits that so well. But I'm going to quickly respond on the comments you made. I'm going to say two things. First of all, you mentioned that Tyson Fury, how could he sell the fight if he's lost? I'm going to mention one fighter in history who's been able, despite the losses, to sell fights. I think you know who I'm going to
Ali,
mention. Muhammad
Ali
Ali,
for sure.
exactly. The greatest of
Yeah,
all time. He's called the Louisville lip for a reason. Why? Because he's got the
yeah.
lip. Why? Because he's able to sell the fights. So I think even if hypothetically Tyson Fury was to lose, I do think he could still sell the fight. He's still a high grade level, a highly rated fighter. But I'm going in regards to your other comment about if Fury loses and it opens it up. I'm going to play the devil's advocate here, and I'm going to say that you may think that it's bad for boxing in that the fights that we wanted aren't going to happen. But I'm going to say that there's going to be more attention and more competition in the heavyweight division. And as a result, more people will be interested in the heavyweight division because it's so open ended. I mean, it's like the Premier League, I'm sure you follow football. I know you're based in the
Oh, yeah.
States. I'm going to say football. I'm not going to say soccer because let's be
Oh
honest,
no, I
it's
can actually
actually
support
football.
it. Oh, absolutely. Oh
But
yeah,
it's
I
football,
for sure.
We've seen the Premier League now that almost half the league could potentially go for the title and have some prospects to go for the title. And most of the biggest managers, the best players are coming, to the Premier League. So in terms of there's more competition, there's more interest in it. And that's just proved from a commercial perspective that there's more money pumped into the Premier League than the Bundesliga, than La Liga, and Serie A. Also, um, I mean, we've seen recently with the World Cup, all these big teams losing. There's more open, there's more hype, there's more, interest. It's more open ended, and as a result, more people will be interested in watching it because everyone loves an underdog story. Everyone loves a big shock. So I think if Chisora was to win, cause an upset today, then it's gonna. Like I agree with you, Fury's stock will drop slightly, but it will create more hype, more interest. And because Fury is still one of the top name, if not the biggest name in heavyweight boxing, I still think with a potential loss, he's still able to be the ace, still able to call the draws. And I think even if he was to lose and he fights Chisora, he beats Chisora in the rematch, and he fights Usyk, and presuming Usyk is still, he's still undefeated, I still think Fury will be the A side. I still think Fury will be the A side because he simply just draws, more attention, more hype to it. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying, and I can understand that. But
Yeah.
with boxing, boxing is it's a very
Mm.
different kind of sport. Very very different kind of sport. In the
Yeah.
sense that one good performance can make you like Ruiz. One good performance like just blew him all up. Wallin, one good performance. Now all of a sudden, while everyone knows
Mhm.
Otto Wallin. So, and one bad performance, it's almost back to the drawing board. Even
Yeah.
if it's a bad performance against a top quality fighter, it still
Yeah.
it still sets you back a lot, and it takes time to then come forward again. And but against somebody in Chisora 33 and 12. Oof, that's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a big, big, setback. I mean, in
Mhm.
terms of next year, I mean, in terms of
Mhm.
now, Usyk is ringside. I think we're expecting undisputed in February. And
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
if there's any upset here, that fight is not happening in February for sure. Absolutely. And we
Oh
might
yeah. It'll
see
probably be a May or June.
we might see a Hergovich Usyk for the unified, or we might see a Joyce Usyk for the unified, or Usyk could vacate a belt, and it could be
Yeah.
then a Hegovic versus I don't know who's number two in the IBF for that
Mhm.
fight. So a lot
Mhm.
can just go wrong. So that
Mhm.
undisputed fight that we want to see next year is on
Yep.
the line. Like in the
Yeah.
short term, in the long term, probably yes, but in the short term, that undisputed fight, that big money Saudi Arabia fight that everyone's been talking about
Yeah.
since Wilder refused to take a step aside money,
Yep.
is gonna keep moving back and back and back and back. And depending on what side you see it, that might be a good thing,
Mhm.
like to see more fighters fighting
Yep.
for titles, more exposure, or you just want to see a mega fight. I mean, I want to see a
Yep.
mega fight because it's good for boxing business. It's good for,
Yep.
I mean, it's good for everything. Like it's good for so many things. A mega fight is just good for
Mhm.
boxing.
According to Box Live website, the number two spot is vacant, which doesn't make sense because I mean,
Mm.
Usyk's the champion, Hergovich is number one, number two is vacant, then Ruiz is three, Joshua's four, Wilder's five. Could it be an Usyk Wilder fight? If that's the case, could it be an Usyk Wilder fight?
But that okay, so Ruiz. That's true. There could be a Usyk Wilder fight. That's true. That's one possibility. Yeah, there could be a so. Wilder could step aside from Ruiz and then fight Usyk, but that's if
Yeah.
there's no mandatory called. If there's no
Yeah.
mandatory
It's true.
called for Usyk. So that's just
Mhm.
a problem. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
like, there's just going to be a lot of moving parts. Now it seems like we know what next year is going to be like. There's
Mhm.
a part that Usyk and Fury will fight, then the winner can get AJ or however. So we have a clear 2023 part
Yeah.
to undisputed. It's kind of clear. That's why Usyk is
Yeah.
ringside. I'm sure after this fight, he's going to step in the ring. Fury says he's going to slap him. Blah blah blah. There's going to be drama after the
Yeah.
fight. So I'm sure that fight is
We've
almost
seen that.
signed. But if there's an upset
We've
here,
seen
like
that. We've seen
everything
that.
is just everything is just going to reset.
Yes. I, I agree with that, to be honest. I completely agree with that. I think that's yeah, that's something I definitely agree with. At the moment,
Except
they're
you want to
currently.
see Usyk Chisora too.
I think, to be honest, that fight, like Usyk won it, I know, but I think it was a lot closer than people think. I think Chisora should have won it,
Oh
or
yeah,
should have been
absolutely,
it should have been a hell of a lot closer because Chisora
absolutely.
actually
Knocked him
did
down.
well.
Yeah, I think he knocked him down, but they counted it as a sleep. I watched the fight again. That was a
Mhm,
knockdown, but they counted that as
mhm.
a sleep. So it's how many years now? 2 years. So it's wow,
Something
almost
like
3 years
that.
now. Yeah,
Something like that. Something like
yeah.
that. Yeah. I know it's slightly off topic, but are you following the World Cup?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I lived in
Who are
the
you
so I
supporting?
lived in the UK
Yeah.
for about a year or 2 years. I
Okay.
mean, I definitely watch football a lot. So next, I mean, I'm hoping. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I hope Senegal wins tomorrow.
I'll be honest, bro. Like,
I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate, but we can talk about that next week.
do,
But definitely, like, want Senegal to go through for sure. Like I mean,
sure.
I'm originally from Nigeria, so
Yeah.
I want every African team to go as far
Okay.
as they
Let me
can.
let me ask you this question: did you want Ghana to go out? Let's really see it.
No, no, I didn't want Ghana to go out for sure. No,
Okay. How come?
I was disappointed that Ghana didn't make it.
Yeah. Although, to be honest, I can understand the Ghanaian and, to be honest, African sentiment that Uruguay got knocked out, especially Suarez, after what he did. But it's interesting to see, how all of Africa rallies around, the African teams. And now I
Oh
think
yeah,
there's only Morocco,
Morocco and
Senegal,
Senegal.
and
Yeah,
and Morocco
that's
and
it.
Senegal who went through. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
It,
Yeah.
it'll be, it'll be, we get to see, the spot they get. Hopefully, I'll be honest. I'm supporting three teams, and I'll tell you why. As weird as it is, I'm supporting what's it called? I'm supporting England, obvious reasons. I live
Yeah.
here, born. And I'm also like a quarter English as well. I'm supporting Morocco because they're the only Arab team that's actually progressed. Although, to be honest, quite a few Arab teams did well. And I'm supporting Portugal just because of the greatest football of all time. I don't care what anyone says. Cristiano Ronaldo for me, bro. Cristiano Ronaldo
Oh,
for me. What he's
God.
done is
They,
ridiculous.
they can. I don't think they will go far there. Like, I mean, I don't know. I haven't even checked. Argentina
Yeah.
and Portugal have been a huge disappointment in this World Cup for sure.
Hmm.
They've been. Oh, okay. Argentina is going through 2-1.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
They're, they're, they're winning now. I don't think the game's.
oh,
Oh, yes, full
oh,
time's
it's
finished.
done. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
going.
that's
So they
finished.
haven't really played very well, but they've been getting in the results for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's always, the mark of a champion team, whereby even when they're going through very tough periods, they are able to ultimately come through with a win, and hard fought win. And if they're
Oh
doing
yeah.
consistently, that's them on a bad day. Imagine them on a good day. Because I went to watch Argentina, Italy in Wembley in Finalissima, I think the 1st of June. Argentina played Italy off the pitch.
Hmm. Wow.
Just need to quickly sort. Mm. I think we've got like the fight should be making the ring walk out soonish.
Yeah, in a minute or so. I think they were strictly gonna make it at 9 o'clock
Mhm.
for sure.
You know, I think a few of us were thinking of going to the Viterbiev and if I said this, apologies if I said his name wrong, and yard fight.
Oh, okay.
I think if we're able to get tickets for that, it'll be so live to go.
Oh yeah, that would be a good fight. That would definitely be a good fight. Absolutely. I
Gordon
mean,
Ramsay, Joe Joyce.
oh yeah.
But yeah, sorry, you were saying?
Oh, I said that would be a good fight. I mean, that would just be brewing up for. I think Bivol is not going to fight Beterbiev anytime soon. He's still going to go make some more money with Canelo at some point. So he might as well just keep taking mandatories, I guess. But that would be a good fight, though. Very good fight.
Wasn't there talks of Bivol fighting Canelo again in a rematch?
Oh yes,
Canelo wants
absolutely.
a
Oh
rematch.
yeah, I think Eddie Hearn is going to try and make that like a big stadium UK fight or Saudi Arabia fight again. Or something like that. Yeah.
I to be honest, I love how Canelo's like his demeanor has changed over the years. Now that he's learning a few bit of words of English,
Oh yeah.
how he's able, like he doesn't care anymore. Beforehand, he was very quiet and humble, and now when he's angry, you've seen him
Yeah.
swear at what was
Yeah.
his name? Demetrius
It
Bubu
Demetrius
Andrade.
Andre, yeah.
Andrade and his
And
dad. He goes,
there was also
get
one
the
time
hell
like
out.
he was sorry, he was celebrating in the ring and there was a guy with a Jake Paul shirt.
Oh yeah, he pushed him out.
Like yeah.
I think someone said on Instagram, Canelo's turning into a little bit of a demon. Now he speaks English.
Oh yeah.
That made me laugh because he's so humble, and it's the way his face changed when they said that. Where he said, "Get the F out of here, man!
Yeah.
Get out of here, man! For I'm gonna
Yeah.
F you up."
Yeah. Like so I watched I watched the Plant Canelo fights. I was in Vegas for that.
Oh, you
And
watched it?
yeah, it was awesome. And the press conference was on
Man.
fire because Canelo was I think
Oh yeah, he
he was
slapped
speaking
him. He
English. Yeah,
slapped
he
him.
slapped him and he was like abusing like his mother and stuff.
No, I think that was misunderstanding
Yeah,
because
he was.
Canelo accused
Yeah,
Plant of saying, insulting Canelo's mother, whereas Plant just said, the
yeah,
mother,
yeah,
that word, in a general sense, and Canelo misunderstood that,
yeah.
so
Oh
he
yeah,
thought he was.
he was talking to his mother. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
funny though.
You
That
see
was
how quick Canelo just went.
yeah, and he slipped it. I was like, wow, that was pretty much the summary of the fight, to be honest.
It's so beautiful and satisfying to just watch Canelo, even when in training, where he just does the slipping
Yeah.
exercises.
Hmm.
And when they showed the fights, in training where he's slipping with Eddie Reynoso, and he's using like the bar,
Yeah,
and Canelo's slipping. And
slipping. Yeah,
I think which fight was it where he fought someone and he slipped the fight multiple times and he just moved out of the way. He was
mm.
against the center of the ring. He just kind of slipped out the way and it was.
Yeah. Oh, trying to remember the guy's name. Yeah, I know the fight. He's not. He, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember his name. He's not a big name fighter. All
No,
that.
he was a fairly. Was it Trout? It wasn't Trout.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't
Was it?
Lara?
No. I probably have
He
to.
hasn't fought Danny Jacobs, has he? Before either, has he?
No, he has. I think he has. Yeah, his father. Let me see.
Canelo.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
think it
has.
was
Yeah,
Danny Jacobs.
yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
Danny Jacobs.
It's done. Yeah, yeah.
That's
He
the one.
has.
I had a feeling it was him. I had a feeling it was him.
Yeah. Oh
I
wow, the
think the
stadium
fight
is
is just
filling up.
coming out now. Yeah, I think they always do that for like the big fight. Yeah. I think Fury's just warming up at the moment in his room, Body McGirt. Is Body McGirt should go here. My bad. It's Fury's kid. I think his wife's there as well. One of his Fury's kids is there.
Oh yeah.
I think there'll be a lot. I think there'll be a lot of respect between the fighters afterwards. I think you know what's an interesting friendship between the fighters, Tyson Fury and Joseph Parker. I think after Parker beat Huey Fury. And to be honest, I think Huey Fury was robbed. I think Huey Fury won that
It was
fight.
a
And
close fight. Though. It was a really close fight. Very
I
close
don't
fight.
even think I don't even think it was that close. I think if it was close, it would have should have been worst case scenario a split or majority decision in favor of Fury, the Huey Fury. But I mean, this is when Tyson Fury really ballooned up. He was
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
He gained all that weight, and then he, in the center of the ring, there was fight at the end fight. You see Tyson Fury going, what the hell? That was that's a robbery. That's not a draw.
Yeah.
But afterwards, they became friends. So and they were
Oh, yeah.
dancing, they
Yeah.
were sparring, and he's invited Parker over, to train a couple of times. And
I think
even when
Parker is
Parker
here
was,
too.
yeah, I think obviously
Yeah, he'll be
they're
here.
like this
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I think even when Parker was going through a difficult moment with boxing in his life,
Mm-hmm.
he called up Tyson. Tyson Fury, told him to come over to Morecambe, where Tyson Fury's based.
Yeah.
Live with him, train with him, spend some time with him, see what it's like. Just to help him, because Fury went through something, life that everyone knows it. So he would be the best person to speak to regarding that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's very beautiful, and that's ultimately what you want to see. And I think that's something that could happen between Fury and Chisora, but Chisora is from Finchley and Anthony Joshua is from Finchley. So, they're stablemates, you could say.
Yeah.
Not
So, yeah.
stablemates, but like club mates. So it'll be a bit of an awkward situation for him.
I mean, there've been lots of Instagram video. I think
Yeah.
of Fury and Chisora like hanging out like at Fury's house
Yeah.
after like the white fight and having food together and stuff. I know they're friends, but
Yeah.
that's why I said I didn't know how this fight is going to play out. I don't know if it's going to be easy going, but I don't know. It might be a knockout. It just might be points. It might be war. It might be. I just want Fury to win right now. I really do.
I want Fury to win too, but at the same time, it'd be nice to see Derek Chisora, just get a shot that he's always been dreaming of.
Oh.
To get that. What's your view on David Hay? Because the reason I'm asking, because on BT Sport now, you can see all the people on the panel, and you can see David Hay there. I can see David Hay. What's your view on him?
Like in terms of fight as a fighter or as a
just overall as a fighter, as an individual, his character?
So when I was in the UK, the first fight I watched in the UK was it Hay Alderson? Is that the fight? David Hay and
Audley Harrison.
Audley Harrison, yes. That was the first fight I watched. And that was like the first time I knew David Hay was. Then I saw David Hay Klitschko, and that was a horrible fight. Absolutely horrible fight. I just think he's a decent fighter. I didn't really like rate him when he lost to Bellew. I was like, there's no way like you can lose to Tony Bellew. Like there's just no one he lost. So I just think he's an average fighter. I've listened to his commentary a lot, and it seems like he has a good understanding of boxing for sure. He's a boxer, and he's been there in the trenches as well. Everyone online, everyone thinks he's a Fury hater. Maybe not. Like I don't know. Like if he's actually serious or he's just trying to wind people up. But other than that, I just think he's an average boxer, and his boxing presenter. That's it.
That's fair. I mean, me myself, when I was younger, I used to love David Hay. I used to think he was an excellent, fighter, boxer. But I think after how he acted with the Klitschko fight, and even when he lost that fight and he raised his hands up, you don't raise your hands up when you've been dominated that fight. And the excuses with the toe, broke his toe. Fury, when he beat Klitschko, had a mashed up toe, and he said, "Look, that's a mashed up toe," but I still didn't complain. Right. I still went out and did my job. I think, and I wouldn't say I've met him, but I saw him in person before when I went to watch one of my friends fight. He was fighting on David Hay's undercard fights, and that's the same fight that Joe Joyce was on. Joe Joyce was headlining that fight at York Hall. I saw David Hay. He seemed very friendly, affable. He's very much, like he's got that Hollywood look about him, that Hollywood vibe. And I can see why he's very popular, why he's loved by people. Although, to be honest, I have heard, this is not from my personal experience, but from other people that I know, they've had, not so, let's just say, not so great experiences with David Haye. They thought David Haye wasn't a great individual on a personal level. But, ultimately, it's like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it, to be honest. But I think now the fighters are preparing to come in. All the lights they're showing Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's just looks so beautiful for me. All the lights are down. They're just showing the strobe lights moving about. TT Mbaya. I'm sorry, I forgot who this person. Who's this person? That name does ring a bell. That comment. So the comments come up on a different video. Use TT Mbaya. Something tells it's going to be one of my friends because I sent these live watch along link to a couple of groups. I don't know if that's going to be someone. Hey, Theo! That's one of my close friends, Ghanaian guy. Love him so much. He's actually watching it.
That's awesome.
Theo, what do you think of the fight? What do you think? How do you think the fight's going to go? Yeah, I think the singing type.
Sweet Caroline.
Coming up. Yeah, Sweet Caroline. The time I never. I don't even know the lyrics. I just know that part. I downloaded the song on my Spotify as well to listen to.
Really?
Chisora is washed. Fury should win this comfortably. I agree, to be honest. I completely agree. I think Chisora, okay, when I say completely agree, I wouldn't say it's completely washed. But I agree with you when Fury should win this comfortably. I wouldn't say Chisora is washed, but I think Chisora is in the twilight of his career. And I think that he's still a name nevertheless. If you can sell tickets at this stage in your career and you can headline a fight like this, I still think, that's testament to your ability, perhaps, in a way. And I think, like I said previously, over the years, Chisora has improved. He's been in some very great barnstormer fights with White, with Usyk, great fights, and I think he deserves the respect that he gets. And I think, although to be honest with this fight, I don't think he's been given the respect he deserves. I think someone like Chisora people should acknowledge that even if they don't like this fight, you should acknowledge that, okay, perhaps Chisora deserves this. That he deserves, to get the payday, one last shot at the title before then he can pick and choose whatever fights he wants, whichever fights he wants, and just call it 2, 3 more fights before he calls it a night, calls it a day, so to speak. It's just adverts on at the moment. The fight will be coming, starting very soon, guys. Very soon. Guys, listen, if you're tuning and watch, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. If there's anything that I've said that you guys agree with, let me know in the comments, in the live comments, or even afterwards. If you don't agree, I don't know what's wrong with you. No, I'm joking. Just, again, comment, let us know. If there's anything that Eti said that you agree with, that you disagree with, let us know in the comments. We want to have everyone engaged. We want to get everyone involved. This is a sport that we all love. This is a channel by the fans, for the fans. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below, guys.
Absolutely. Likes and subscribe.
Pop-off price for the fight. Unfortunately, Pop-off, we're unable to show the fight, man. We get sued for copyright infringement. So we won't be able to, I'm afraid. Deals 40. Hello, man. I'm more. The funny thing is, when I see a lot of these names, like comments come up and the random names, I think I have to read it before I click on show the comment because I don't want the name to be a weird one.
Oh yeah.
I've seen live watch-alongs where people have called themselves chronic maths debater. So chronic maths is in the subject.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
People are like that, but they don't realize that they've been caught out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, try to troll for sure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Some of these names are pretty smart, so you have to
Oh
give
yeah.
them credit for that. Although I don't support that, by the way, guys. If YouTube's watching, it's just the way they're showing the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is just so beautiful.
Oh, absolutely. It seems like this it's a good crowd. It's a very good crowd right now. It's
I
lots of
think it's like
people in the stadium.
I think it's like 80,000 seating capacity, if I'm not mistaken. Theo, if you're still watching, can you confirm the seating capacity? It is 80,000, isn't it? See, I think the fighter's about to walk into the ring. Or have they already? No.
No, I don't think so yet.
Dills, I'm gonna call you Dills. The fight starting very soon, very soon, very soon. The ring announcer is just Jimmy Lynn. The fires. He's introducing the fight. Should be very soon, the next few minutes. So keep tuning, tune in.
I think Chisora is walking out now, about to
Yeah.
walk out. It's gonna be a good fight. I hope it's gonna be a good fight.
Yep. Yep. I think I can see Chisora walking out now. But what the hell? He's wearing a black sort of black and green sort of like Roy robe with OnlyFans. The hell?
Oh yes, I think OnlyFans started a thing with boxers that you can see exclusive back behind the scene. I was on Andy Ruiz
Yeah.
Instagram today, and he has OnlyFans as well, and he was promoting the same stuff. So
Yeah.
smart move.
Chisora is just walking out now. They're showing Chisora's face on the flag. War Chisora. He's walking to the center of the stage. Something. I thought when I first saw Chisora, I genuinely thought it was more of a like it was an all black sort of royal robe thing.
Oh yeah, no, I think that's green.
Yeah, that's a very dark green. I like
Dark
that
green,
color thing.
yeah.
He's going for that Christmas vibe, perhaps the
Oh yeah.
Christmas
Oh yes, a
evergreen
Christmas
color.
thing. Yeah, yeah. It's a good show so far. It's not been as horrible as people have been saying.
What do you think? What do you think based on Chisora's look? I think his face looks more serious, more stern. He's not his usual self. He's not wearing his
The
British
bandana.
sort of. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He looks more serious, or like more like he knows this is his
Yeah.
last rodeo.
Oh yes.
He's
Oh
walking
yes.
down
Yeah.
the steps now.
He looks like he's ready to take it. I mean, I wish him well, but just I don't wish him to win. That's all.
There's four security guards walking him. Normally, there's more with fights, but I think everyone knows if Derek Chisora is there, you don't bother jumping up because
Oh,
the security
absolutely.
guard ain't gonna back you, bro. Derek Chisora's going
Absolutely.
for you straight. That's Don Charles, I think, one of his coaches, no? This is going to be a decent fight, man. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really, really, really looking forward to this. I think this is going to be either it's going to be an early knockout or it's going to be a classic fight. If that makes sense. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
see this really ending. I don't see it ending in points. If it does, then God knows.
Oh yeah. I mean, I just want. Okay, I think is that Prince. Like, his, I just don't want this fight to ruin next year. That's for heavyweight boxing. That's I've been waiting.
I still don't think it would ruin heavyweight boxing, bro. I don't
Okay,
think
I
it
don't want
would.
it to ruin the undisputed fight. Let me put it that way.
Okay. The chances. Okay. So you're
Yeah.
saying if Fury wins, he fights Usyk, then he unites the 4 belts, then Fury loses another fight, then maybe that's right. As long as there's an undisputed.
Then after that I don't care. Right. I just want to see like
Okay, fair enough.
Fury Usyk for the undisputed in
Fair enough.
February
Fair enough.
next year.
All of Tyson Fury's caps are coming up with those Peaky Blinders hats, the Peaky Blinders caps.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah.
That's Mauricio Suleiman there as well.
Yep.
I've been outside this new stadium before. Like I've been past it.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, nice.
And where my wrestling gym is based, like I get off from Central. I go from Central London all the way through to Tottenham Hale, which is close by. Then I grab another train there. So I always see I look out the station. I can see I can see Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Nice. Yeah, I know I went to a few Chelsea games when I used to live in London.
Whereabouts in London did you live?
I was so my mom still lives in London. But I used to live in Essex, so that was just
Essex,
how. Kind of like I think that's where Eddie Hearn stays right now.
Yeah, he's I think Braintree, or
Braintree,
like
yeah. So I used to stay in Chelmsford, then I'll ride the bus and get to London.
How long did the commute take you? How did you find London travel?
I mean, it was
horrible.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll say big city. That's all big cities are.
Okay. That is fair enough. I think Matt James just said he'd like to see Fury Joyce at some point. Now that would be a fight and would be hard to call. I'll let you go first.
Okay. So I know everyone I don't necessarily care for this fight that much. Because I mean it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good British heavyweight fight. But I think Fury takes it easily. Because one thing about Fury is he has Fury is one boxer that I've seen that he touches every spot in the ring. Like he moves, one minute he could be at your corner, next minute he's at his corner, then he's at the first neutral corner, then he's gonna walk you around. Like he's gonna fight a fight that's gonna suit him. So he might not this could be a fight that Joe Joyce might not even touch him a lot. Like if Fury wants to make it that fight. And Fury could just pepper him with jabs and just dance around him. That's how I say it. Like that could be the style that Fury approaches. So I don't necessarily see it as a bigger fight than Joyce Joshua. I'd rather see a Joyce Joshua than a Joyce Fury because I think Fury will win that fight comfortably, in my opinion.
I agree with you. I think that I too agree with Matt in that I'd like to see Fury Joyce at some point, and I hope soon. But I disagree with him, Matt, when he says it fight would be hard to call. I think it's Fury's fight because Joyce is a calm forward fighter. Yes, he can take a lick and he's got a powerful chin, but Fury doesn't need to knock him out. Fury is quick.
Yes.
Joyce is slow.
Slow, yeah.
Fury,
Exactly.
Joyce is a power puncher. Yes, he's a powerful hitter. So was Wilder. Wilder is a power hitter. And even you could say their punching styles are very different. Joyce punches hard, but he punches slow. You don't think Fury will be able to see it? Fury, I think Joyce's style is tailor-made for Fury. I think Joyce's style is tailor-made for Fury, and that Fury will pick him out. He'll win on points, and he wins so convincingly. If he wins by knockout, then that would be a surprise. But nevertheless, I do maintain, and I always believe that Fury will pick apart Joyce and will comfortably win on points. But in response to you, Etty, I think that I agree with you when you say that Joyce Joshua fight will be far more interesting because they're both kind of come forward, aggressive fighters. Both have power. I mean, Joshua is faster than Joyce, but Joyce is stronger than Joshua.
Correct.
Is it going to be a battle of strength versus speed? And another key issue with that would be, could Joshua be able to handle Joyce's punches? I mean, we all know that now Joshua has a chin that if it's struck correctly, it's going to be wobbled. He doesn't have that same chin that Joyce has, or Tyson Fury has. How that fight goes, I'm not sure. I still would favor Joshua in that fight. I would say maybe 60 to 65% Joshua.
Yeah, that fight, I don't know. I think that might be more of a closer 50-50 fight, in my opinion. I think that would be a better, scrap than Fury, like you said, Fury Joyce. I don't know, like Joshua, like I've gone back and watched a few of his fights, and the more I rewatch them, the more I'm like I still feel like he has a lot of work to do, and he knows. He says that he has a lot of learning. So the more I rewatch that, the more I see. One thing Joshua does a lot, he likes to jab to your body and throw the overhand.
Yeah.
And that's
And
what most boxers do. Like, and you see that a lot with Chisora in this fight. He'll try to touch Fury's body a lot and try to go on top. And Joshua does that a lot, like body, head, body, head. And that's, there should be more to that, for an elite fighter.
Yeah. Matt's also said he agrees with us, but he thinks Joyce is the only fighter out there that could pin Fury down and fight on the inside. What do you think about that?
Like, could pin Fury down, fight on the inside? Nah, no one's pinning Fury down. No one's he like that cardio, that walk rate. No one's pinning Fury down. Like,
Wilder pinned him down, dropped him, but what's Fury? He got back up twice.
Yeah, and
so I don't think anyone could pin him down.
Fury is a master. Like, once he hits you, if you're on the inside, he'll grab onto you. And Fury fights on his pace when he wants to. Like, I don't see anyone pinning him down. Like he'll just hold you, lean on you, and the ref breaks it, and he keeps doing what he's doing.
Matt also says AJ doesn't beat Joyce. He'd bet his house on it. Now, I'm not a gambling man, but if I was gambling, I'd bet everything I own, everything I will own in the future, that AJ beats Joyce. AJ will beat Joyce. What do you think, Etty?
I think that's a 50-50 fight, in my opinion. It could be either way. I could see Joyce winning. I could see. I mean, I saw the sparring video. It didn't look good, but that sparring video. But that's a 50-50 in my opinion.
That's fair enough. I still think AJ's the slight favor for it. I think he's a slight favor for it, but I think the only time I could realistically see Joyce beating AJ is if AJ is not able to overcome his troubles. Let's just say he's not able to overcome the mental state that he's in. If he's not able to regain his confidence, if he's able to regain that same confidence that he was at his peak, then there is no way Joyce beats him. I'll be very surprised if he does. If he does, I'll be the first one to apologize. In fact, I'll ask Faizan to make a specific video just for me saying Ali apologizes. and I will
Yeah.
ask him to do that because I am that sure AJ would win. I think Faison also said, "What's your guys' predictions?" Etty, I'll let you go first.
I'll say Fury by uppercut knockout round 5.
What? Round five. Okay. Bit of a difficult one. I see a Fury knockout around round 7. If not, then a comfortably wide decision win. Comfortable.
Nice.
If it's not a round 7 knockout, it will be a points decision.
That's-
Big CMR. I just see his profile picture as well. He said that no one will pin Tyson Fury's defense. Sorry, no one will pin Fury. Tyson's defense is way too good. He got knocked out by Wilder and got up and shouldn't have even. Wilder was shocked. I agree. I think, we both said that there's no way Tyson's defense would allow him to, or Tyson as a boxer would not, Tyson Fury would not allow anyone to sort of pin him down and drop him and knock him out cold. Wilder couldn't do that. Who else can in the world? Active heavyweight. I don't think anyone could, as in realistically. Matt James says round 6 Fury. Points or knockout? Points or knockout. So what kind of dumb comment is that? Knockout, okay. And Big Sima says round 3. Oh,
wow.
interesting.
Really.
You know the funny thing is, yeah, earlier whilst we were talking in the live, I was thinking I wouldn't really be surprised if Fury lands a shot, has a shot second round knockout win.
That's true.
I couldn't be surprised.
That's knockout for sure.
What do you think? What do you think of some of these predictions?
I mean, I think everyone's leaning towards Fury, no brainer, knockout for sure. But I mean, my prediction is around 5 uppercut knockout. Could be earlier, like you say, it could be 7. But like I said at the beginning of this video, how this fight can go could actually surprise everybody. He could just be like, just box around for 12 rounds. And it could be a knockout. Who knows? But I still stick on round 5 knockout.
Yeah, I think both fighters are about to be brought. Both fighters sent off the ring. About referees speaking to them. Look at the size difference. Both of them are bald heads as well. The referee's a bald head. You see that at the end, and the referee had to kind of warn him.
Yeah.
The referee's warning him not to try anything funny. Okay, this is going to be an electric fight, bro. I'm already buzzing for this. I'm already buzzing for this. That's just started. Fury on the outside again. Chisora the jab. He's back to Tyson in the corner. And now Fury's holding on. Fury in the red trunks, Chisora in the shiny, sparkly green, black, and silver trunks.
Chisora's bringing the war ready.
Yes, already. She's going wild body hurt shots to Fury. And I think that's what Fury's going to do. I think Fury's going to let him throw the punches and just going to hold him and tie him out.
Oh, yeah. And you see why I call the uppercut? Chisora bends his head too much for that jab. And Fury's just going to wait and be patient before he throws that.
Yeah, you see when he throws the jab. 2 body jabs by Chisora. He reminds me of Joe Frazier in that the way he keeps his arm, he throws, he moves, he throws his arms. Now that both men are tying each other up.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, right uppercut by Fury. 1-2 by Fury. Now he's holding him. Fury's pushed Chisora onto the side ropes.
I think both men are bringing it. So I was wrong in the prediction that it might just be a tap. So they were true to their words for sure.
Yeah, both men are going at it. But I think Chisora's going to get tired out quickly.
Oh yeah. You see Fury already trying those uppercuts.
Mm-hmm. I said, wouldn't we all be signing shop for a month if Del KO'd in the second? A month? I'm talking a year. I'm gonna have to ask work to give me some give me some medical exemption for some time off. I'll be that shocked. That's fine. Who are you giving this to so far?
I'll
I'd
give
say
it to Fury for sure. Fury
yeah,
landed
same.
the cleaner.
Mm-hmm. I think Chisora's done a good amount of work, but I think Fury's just landed the cleaner punches. He's landed the better ones.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Definitely Fury 10-9.
I think Big CMR said, I wouldn't be surprised either. He's been training hard for the past year. People didn't think he's lacking since he retired. But knock him out 100%. I wouldn't be surprised he's been training hard for the past year. When you say he wouldn't be, he's going to knock him out, you think Chisora's going to knock out Fury, Fury's going to knock out Chisora? He says he's going to tie him out first few rounds. Tyson's got some serious stamina. Yeah, Tyson has definitely got some stamina in him. He's definitely, like, for a guy his size, you wouldn't think so, but man saying round one. Oh, Derek Chisora just looking stumbled from a jab.
So round two. Oh wow. Derek tried that nice overhand. Just missed.
Fury knocks out Chisora. Okay. Yeah, okay, phase. Chisora's going to tie himself out too quick.
Yeah. But he's trying. He's bringing, like, for Chisora, like, it's a chance he has to take. I mean, he's bringing everything he can.
Mm-hmm. Fury's establishing the range now.
Oh yeah.
And I think he is right. They are trading with each other. They are going at it.
See if you're trying the uppercut.
I think this round would be a bit. I'd give this one to. So far, there's literally 1 minute left now. So I'd give it to Fury probably.
Oh yeah, so far.
This one was close, I would say.
Yeah, this was a closer round, and I'll definitely give it to Fury, but I still have about 50 seconds to a minute left. Yeah, because Fury is just unleashing those right hands, and I mean most of them are not hitting their mark, but he's letting his hands go. Oh, woo, nice right hand by Fury.
Yeah, you see the uppercut right after
nice
as well.
Uppercut, yeah, and that's why I called
another
that.
Right one. He's going on the corner.
Another right one.
Combinations.
The ropes.
You see Chisora inviting him in.
Oh yeah.
This is why you love. Good. Come, Chisora needs to answer back, otherwise the fight's going to be stopped.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, I think you lot were close. And no, round 2 knockout. A few
Yeah,
seconds
but I
left.
think Chisora is still there. He's still there. He's still there. Like he's still there. He's still in the fight. He's still
You
in the
see that
fight.
sign of respect? Yeah, that's.
Yeah, he's still in the fight.
I swear to God, I love the Fury and Chisora's relationship because they want to punch the living daylights out of each other, but there's so much love and respect between them. You
Respect.
see
Yeah,
the way Fury told him like, oh, well done.
yeah. I don't know how professional boxers do it. But I can't fight my friend like this.
I would for money like that. I would.
I mean, for the money, yeah, yeah, for sure,
I'm joking. I'm joking. Any of my friends are watching. I wouldn't do that to you. You wouldn't know me. I'm
for
like
sure.
a
But
family
it's
member.
gonna be
Above
hard.
all
I'll
of
be
you.
like, we didn't talk about it like that, for sure.
I'd
And
be
there
like,
goes
listen,
Usyk.
take a dive, do a Jake Paul, take a dive, whatever.
Right. There goes
No,
Usyk on the ringside with Joe Joyce watching along.
Chisora said, if AJ was number 1, Wilder's number 2 in the world, and Tyson beats them both. I don't think Chisora stands a chance. It's a good comeback fight for Fury, though. Chisora's a good boxer, too. So start off round 3. Yeah, I think, to be honest, Fury's backing Chisora up against the ropes. Now they're in the center of the ring. If AJ was number 1. Yeah, I agree, like, with Big CMR's statement, but I think it's one of those ones whereby anything could happen, and Chisora is not necessarily no joke. And you see Fury just moving his right hand, inviting him in,
Yeah.
kind of taunting him.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He
Chisora is
should watch
inviting
for
him
that
in.
over right hand though, overhand, because Chisora is timing that too. He's timing the overhand right while when Fury is on the ropes. And that's what we're
Oh,
just talking about with Joe Joyce.
lunging
Once you come
punches.
close, Fury ties you up.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, then nice right uppercut.
Uppercut
Nice
from
rice.
Fury.
Nice right uppercut.
Yeah. And that's why I call that the uppercut knockout. Because
Oh no,
it's
he
just
looks
there for
wobbled. He
the
looks
taking.
wobbled. He looks wobbled. Chisora's inviting, but he knows he's going to get knocked out. So he's just trying to taunt Fury like, come on, just knock me out. Get this
Come
over
on,
and done
yeah.
with. Oh, nice right hand by Fury. I thought Chisora was going to take a knee, but no, credit to him. He took it like a champ. I can tell you from now what their post-fight analysis is or the comments.
Oh yeah.
Fury's going to say, oh, he's an excellent fighter. He's an absolute warrior. He took it. He took
Oh
so many
yeah.
shots. Wish him all the best, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's
Yeah.
true. Remember Andy Ruiz, I don't think they fought. Andy Ruiz didn't fight Wilder. Unless I'm mistaken. Maybe in the amateurs, but I don't think they fought.
Oh yes. They haven't fought in the pros for sure. But this so far, this is like a landslide. It seems like Fury Chisora too, to be honest.
Fury. No, I think that this fight showed. I remember watching that fight with my dad and my brother. Both fighters slipped.
Slip, yeah, both on the
I think
floor.
both. I think this fight has shown more excitement than that second fight, to be honest. And Big CMR said that no one expected. Yeah, Ruiz. I thought you meant about. I thought so about Ruiz
Okay.
beat AJ. Yeah, I agree. What do you think about that?
That fight, no one expected Ruiz to beat AJ for sure. I I mean, I was shocked. I watched that fight live, and the next day I was really sad. The next day, and that was
Same,
the first
same.
time I was like, "Get the rematch, take the rematch, take the rematch," because that was a shocker, and that was a shocker. I watched that fight again yesterday. The
The first
entire
one.
Ruiz AJ fight, the first one. I watched that fight last night,
Yeah.
and that was a shocker for sure.
It's. I remember I was upset as well, but to be honest, I think that. By the way, the third round has finished. I'm still going to give that round to Fury because I think
Yeah,
Fury
absolutely.
landed a few more punches.
Yeah, Oh yeah, he landed all the power shots. I mean, it's so far it's just been a one-way traffic. Fury landing power shots at will. Chisora hasn't landed anything on Fury yet. Seems like all the overhand rights coming, Fury can see them from a mile away.
Yep. Which is why he's tailor made for Fury.
Right.
Which is the chopping right hook to the body. Overhand right. Yeah, you're right. I see what I mean when he leans his head forwards. Just went for a nice right uppercut and hook.
Yeah.
He's just throwing chopping rights and lefts. He's going boom, boom, going almost hitting the heavy bag. Fury with the jab. Fury with another jab. Jab by Fury. Made Chisora miss with the jab. Fury in the corner. Excellent defense.
Oh, nice overhand right by Chisora. I think that connected. Yeah. I mean, so far I think Chisora has done a lot more work in this fight. I agree with you from the second one.
I still don't think it'll be enough to be the likes of Fury, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely.
Just under half the round to go.
Both fighters on the inside now. Referee is allowing them to
continue hold each other and throw.
Yeah, and box, which is really good to see.
Yeah. Nice quick bum bum left to right by Fury, tying each other up again.
I like how Fury is controlling the range. He's fighting his fight.
Couple of jabs, stepping jabs by Fury.
Yeah.
Fury back, Chisora up against the ropes. The corner now.
By Fury.
Just under 30 seconds left for the fight, for the round. With the jab. Jab by Chisora drops Fury back.
Fury with the left uppercut. Just trying to get Chisora's attention when he tries to throw that jab.
That's the end of round 4. How would you score it this round?
Oh, 10-9 Fury again. Landed most of the clean shots. Landed a lot of jabs in this round as well.
I agree. I think, 3 more rounds of this, then Fury's gonna maybe try going for the knockout.
So this is the 5th round. We're going to the 5th round.
This is what you said, there's going to be a knockout, right?
Yeah, this was my prediction, round 5 uppercut, but I don't see that coming as the fight has gone on. Chisora is really tough. Chisora is that fighter that you really need to break down a lot before you can knock him out.
Yes. That's my 3rd round prediction out the window, Lord. No winning that. This is why I don't bet. I don't know if you placed a bet on it, my brother, but I don't gamble, but I don't bet for these reasons.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not having some money based on someone else, something that's out of my control. But I love you, bro. That's all I can say, man. Sorry.
So round 5 on the way. Fury southpaw. Trying to land the uppercuts better. Oh, Chisora's wobbled by just a jab. Chisora doesn't look steady on his feet, though.
Nice uppercut by Fury. Yeah, I've noticed that as well. I've seen the amount of times that Chisora seems jumpy. And have you noticed whenever he lunges in for a punch, he keeps his back foot behind, like he drags it behind him. Worst
Yeah.
thing you could do, especially with that. Not only is that going to tie you out, it's going to set you up for so many more counters. I think Matt's saying it's Fury. It seems Fury has been softening up, ready for KO in 6. It could be,
6 or 7, 8, 9.
I said 7. I said if it's not going
Yeah.
to be a 7th round knockout for Fury, it's going to be a points win for
Oh
Fury.
yes.
No fight in the center of the ring.
Fury back to orthodox.
Jab, another jab. Move out the way by Fury. Not lovely footwork. Another jab by Fury. Jab, right cross by Fury, and he's backs out.
Ooh,
Controlling that tempo. Oh, you saw that right hook left?
Yeah.
The right uppercut left.
Oh yeah. Chisora is tough.
Yeah, he's an animal. He's an absolute animal. You know, I said he reminds me of Joe Frazier in terms of how he keeps his hands up.
Yeah.
His aggression reminds me of Sonny Liston in that the way he just comes forward, he's just constantly throwing those hooks and he's just going at it. Not that I'm saying that he is tired, Sonny Liston. If anyone misunderstood that. So Fury has Chisora back up in the corner, but Chisora fought his way out of it once again. Credit to him. Both men in the center of the ring. Right to the body by Chisora twice. If you have to separate both of them. Looks like a weird little headbutt thing between them there.
This is the first time Fury is fighting Southpaw under. Okay, not the first time, but
Southpaw. But he was rocked.
Oh yeah.
Now he's in the corner. Fury's got back up in the corner. Now they're tying each other up.
Oh, nice uppercut by Fury.
I saw that one. You know, if you've got someone in the corner and you're a much bigger guy, use your jab and your cross to just keep the guy there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's the end of round 5. Yep.
I have a 10-9 Fury again.
Yeah, again. Oh, I think the only thing that's probably wrong about my prediction is that I think even though Fury would win unanimously, I think the fight will be a lot closer than what people may think, and like what I initially thought. What's your take on that, Eti?
Oh yes, I do agree. I think like if there is no knockout in this fight, then people would be like, "Oh, what was the need for the third fight?" So I think that's just what it is. You know, if there is no knockout, then people will be like, "What's the need?" And it doesn't. Although the scorecards make it seem like it's a lot of Fury, which it is. I don't think it's close fight right now. I think Fury is just having a good time in there.
Mm-hmm. So start round 6, both men in the center of the ring. Fury with a jab, then a left cross. Oh. Fury just threw 2 power shots, a body and an uppercut, but missed.
They missed.
Clyde Wiley says it's a mismatch. I can see why you'd say that. And we both, me and Eti, have Fury up on all the rounds so far. But Chisora is no joke. Chisora is one tough cookie, and he's been able to take some hits and throw some as well. To be fair.
Oh, nice right hand by Fury, and Chisora took that well. He's taking punishment in this fight, and he's still coming forward.
Yeah, exactly.
And to be honest, if we haven't seen this fight before, we will be raving about what's going on right now as a Fury masterclass. If we haven't seen this fight before, like we will be saying what a good fight it is, what a good performance from Fury.
No, I agree. Big CMR saying it's just fun. I'm big fast on small ones. That's the gamblers. I love the channel. I appreciate it. Much love, brother. Much love, big CMR. Like Like comments like this is what motivates us, allows us to keep making more videos for you. And I'm sure, I speak on behalf of everyone of QualityShot Boxing that we really appreciate your comments. So keep the love going, keep like, comment, subscribing, share the live watch along, share the channel link as well to everyone that you know. Tough guy says 500k in Fury. 500k in what? Yemeni Reals. That's where I'm originally from. That comes out to about what, 50 quid?
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice jab by Fury. Oh, gosh.
Fury, look at just the difference, like in the space between them.
Yeah.
And how
I
Fury's
mean,
able to
how do you cover that distance? Like, that's just a problem.
Oh, right hand by Fury. It's like the thing that people don't really recognize as well is that when Fury creates that much space and then he starts to come in with the jabs, he closes the distance, which makes Chisora think, yeah, I have a chance to hit him. Once he does that, that's when Fury punches a combination and backs out. Then we start all over. And mentally, that's going to also be draining on Chisora and other fighters. Like
yeah. And yes, he just missed with a wild overhand right hand. And that would have taken so much energy from him.
Exactly. That's a smart thing. Oh, you see that counter? Slip right hook to the.
Double right hook from Fury.
So that's the end of round 6. Again, I'm giving this one to Fury.
Absolutely, 10-9 Fury.
I think the closest round has to be round 2, in my opinion.
Oh yes. But still, that wasn't even that close. But yeah, I agree. That's like the closest round so far.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're coming up to your round right now.
If it's not knockout, then it's going to be
another point.
I'll be annoyed if it's a knockout in round 8. It's like, yeah, or they've scored it exactly how we've scored it. All of them to Fury so far. Heavyweight 1989 says Chisora is great. Fury will win. Yeah, so far half the fight down, half the fight in Fury. Fury's on half the fight already. What's your take on it, my brother?
Oh, absolutely. Fury has won the first 6 rounds, easily half the fight. So we're moving into the second half of the fight now, and Chisora still has some more energy in there.
Yeah.
And
nice quick aftercut by Fury.
Fury.
Both men trading the center of the ring.
Oh, nice right hand by Fury. I think Fury needs to give himself more distance if he wants to throw that uppercut. Because if Chisora is too close, it's not going to land. Oh, nice combo from Chisora.
Yeah.
Body overhand.
Both men tied up in the center of the ring again. Chisora is so tough. Did you see right now when Chisora stepped forward, he dragged his right foot behind?
Oh, yes.
Come on,
that's why he's very unbalanced, because he doesn't plant his foot on the ground.
You see the wild boom, body shots by Chisora.
This is a good round for Chisora so far.
So far, yeah. Nice round uppercut by Chisora. Both men still hugging each other.
Yeah.
Against the ropes. Fury's got Chisora backed up against the ropes. He's doing Chisora's got like the Philly show. You can see Chisora's right eye start to what do you call it?
Yeah, his eyes start to close. Yeah, he's taking so much shots already.
Yeah, he's dragging his feet. He's dragging his feet too much. Both men still on close, hugging each other. Fury with the right hand, and Chisora responds back with the left hook to the head.
Yeah, I give Chisora. Oh, nice right hand by Fury. Ooh. Backed up Chisora to the ropes.
Yeah.
That was a nice right hand by Fury.
Really, bro. I thought everyone, my opinion, a great channel, good commentating. Two tough guys. You're mad. You have way too much money. I'm not gambling, my brother. I don't gamble. I'm not. Someone else. Tough. Oh, tough guys. Oh shit. Sorry, my bad. Oh, sorry. So take it back. Tough guys. You're mad. I thought you meant about two tough guys about Fury Chisora.
Oh, oh wow, wow. I think I'll give this round to Fury again because the last
Chisora.
30 seconds he really like landed some big bombs on Chisora. Although
I think
Chisora
this.
started the round really good, but Fury ended the round really strong.
I would say close. Another close one. Fury.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
would you say
absolutely.
which round was closer? Round 2 or round 7?
Round seven. Round
You think?
seven. Because it seems like Chisora won the first half of that round, but he didn't really land solid shots compared to like the quality of shots Fury landed in the second half of the round.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's tough because I was thinking round 7 was the closest, was closer between round 2, but then I thought, but in hindsight, yeah, I'll probably say round 7 as well is probably the closest between the two rounds.
And round seven is still fresh in my memory too. So
Fair
I have to run it back
enough.
again to be very
Fair
sure.
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Chisner is kind of slow getting up his stool, but he's bouncing up
Mhm.
on his feet. So see how much fight he has in him. Round 8. Nice uppercut from the inside by Fury.
Very bouncing on his toes. Fury throwing nice combinations and moving out the way.
Yeah.
I love how Fury throws jabs. Like, it's so quick.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like that comment.
Nice combination thrown by Fury, right and left hook to the face. Oh, nice little trade between both fighters.
Oh, nice.
Side to
Oh,
side.
whoa. Nice
You
from.
saw
Oh,
that?
yeah. Nice one from Chisora, but Fury came back and Fury. Oh, nice uppercut that just grazed Chisora's head. Oh, nice right hand from Fury. Chisora is gassing that right now.
Yep.
Chisora is gassing that right now. Oh, nice right hand from Fury.
He's got Chisora backed up in the corner.
Yeah, Chisora is. Oh, nice uppercut from Fury. Yeah, Chisora is just throwing his hands, but there's no sting in it. I feel bad for him.
Less than 1 minute left in round 8.
Oh, nice uppercut from Fury again.
Down.
Yeah, he's just hitting the uppercut at will right now. It's just there for the taking. Oh, nice uppercut again. Oh my gosh.
Referee stopping it. Another nice by Fury uppercut by Fury.
Oh, another
right hand by Fury.
again. Like it's just right there for the taking.
Yes. Chisora looks so finished.
Yeah, he looks so gassed out.
You can tell physically he's so tired, but mentally he's just crazy. Like he still wants this.
Oh yes.
Oh, he's stumbling. He's bleeding as well.
Oh no, he's stumbling. Yeah. Oh no. Oh.
So round 8, Fury's round, I would say again.
Oh, absolutely. And
Fairly close one, probably the third closest one, but definitely Fury's round.
oh gosh, Chisora's left eye is closing up.
His left or his right?
Oh, sorry, the right eye. The right eye.
Yeah, he's right. He's right.
Oh my god.
He's spitting out all that blood. Oh my
Oh.
goodness, man.
Let's take a comment if you will.
Yeah, sure. Fury is giving the punters something for their money. It's that simple.
Well, the fight is still dragging on, and Chisora still has a chance, but I mean, Fury hasn't been touched, so I that shot, one shot that comes from Chisora has to be a hell of a shot to like knock Fury out, because Fury hasn't really been touched. He's fresh. He hasn't really
Yeah.
gotten like any serious damage,
Mhm.
and right now, if he takes a shot, I think he's gonna get back from it.
Yeah.
So he's still really fresh.
Yeah. Now Fury's just moved, bouncing on his feet a lot more. He's
Yeah.
popping the jab, giant land fields. He's moving out the way. Fine.
And
He's
that's what I
moving out the
said
way.
about Fury. Like, he touches every corner of the ring.
Yeah.
Like, he's your corner, his corner, the neutral corner. He's everywhere.
He glides around the ring so effortlessly.
Oh yes.
He just made Chisora miss with a wild right hand. Another wild right hand miss by Chisora. Right to the body by Chisora. Another right to the body by Chisora. Fury responding back with 2 right hooks to the head face. Tying each other up again. I think Fury's going to start going for the knockout now. I think he's going to start going for it.
Could this be the first fight that Fury and Sugar will go the distance?
They haven't, have they, before?
Yeah, this will be the first one.
Yeah. Do you see how Chisora lunged with that long left hook to the face, and Fury just went, just moved out of the way?
Yeah, he can see that from a mile away.
I love that about how calm and cool, connected some fighters are. Actually, crazy. Fury got Chisora back up against the first combination, but now they're hugging each other again, or tying each other up. Right into the face by Chisora.
Fury in the southpaw stance. Oh. Back to orthodox.
Left and right to the face by Chisora, by Fury on Chisora.
Oh, and the right hand by Fury. It's been a walk in the park for Tyson Fury, to be honest.
Yeah. But to be honest, let's give credit where credit is due. I mean, Chisora is an absolute monster. He's taking shots after shots, punishment after punishment. Crazy.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, watch Chisora for sure.
Chisora looks tired.
Oh, yes.
Clyde says Fury got it done in round 10. If that's the case, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, yes, because Chisora is tired, and he's going to fight till the end.
Yeah. Oh, he's bleeding from his right eye. You can see him.
Yeah.
You can see Chisora bleeding.
His corner might pull him out again.
In round 10, we saw running they did it in round 10. So that round 9, definitely Fury again. 10, 11, 12. Okay. Just note it down. I think Ed is just going to the toilet real quick. He should be back very soon. But guys, let me know in the comments down below if you're watching this fight, what do you think so far? Who do you have winning? Harry Roberts said, hope so. Got a £50 bet around 10. Well, okay. What happens if they pull Chisora out now? Oh, they put Bastion on his face. What's your winnings? How much do you get back in total? How much do you get back in total? If I may ask. To start off round 10. Entering the last 3 championship rounds. Both fights are going at it. Fury. Chisora punching Fury against the combinations. Now they tied each other up against the ropes. Fury pushed Chisora back on the ropes. Fury's the king of defense for a big guy can move like Mayweather in defense. Easy. Easy. I'm not even going to say no to that. Right, fact. Welcome back to start of round 10. Round started off quite lively, to be honest. Both fighters, Chisora's throwing bombs and Fury's responding back in kind. Now you can see Fury backing Chisora up against the ropes, throws combinations, tying each other up. I think Fury's smart about when he ties him up, in that when he's throwing punches, he's getting the point. He's stunning Chisora, but when he ties him, he uses his superior height and weight advantage on him to tie him out even more so.
Oh yes, we saw a lot of that in Fury Wilder 3. A lot of times Fury he Wilder with a 1-2 and tied him up immediately.
Yeah. Harry Roberts saying he's getting just over 300 pounds. Oof. He's bet Harry Roberts has placed the bet £50 on Fury to get the knockout in round 10. And he's getting 300 in total. Not bad in terms of monetary value. Big CMR said he has £300 round 3, but he's happy just watching, listening to you guys, to be honest. See, again, comments like that just warm my heart, bro. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the love and support.
Really appreciate that for sure.
Round 10. Chisora, I think Chisora is going to go fighting to the very end. I think toward the end of round 12, that's where it's going to get really electric. I think they're going to throw everything that they have left, empty the tank and more, and then they're just going to hug it out at the end.
Oh yes, but I don't think Fury would let him do that. Fury's just going to step away.
No, I think Fury would. I think Fury would do that. I think Fury's the kind of person, to do something like that.
Oh yeah.
25 seconds left for you, Harry. Oh, he looks stunned.
Oh, yes, with the jab. But Chisora is tough.
Oh, he stopped it. He stopped it.
No.
Harry.
He stopped it. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, Harry.
Oh, my God. She stopped it.
Harry
Why did the ref stop it?
Oh, my Lord.
Oh my!
I'm not surprised you stopped it, but
yeah, absolutely. That was just a bit down, all true. That was like everyone said that that it was going to be one sided, and it was one sided.
Oh my God!
And that was just a one sided.
Oh my God!
Fury did not break a sweat in this fight.
Yeah, for sure. As in, Fury does not look tired at all. But man,
there's no mark on him. It seems like he just walked out of the dressing room.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chisora's face, look at him, man. Poor guy, but absolute warrior, absolute tank. Harry, listen, just for you winning that, you have to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. You have to also share the link with everyone else, spread the word, let them know to come to this channel, my brother.
Oh yeah, Chisora is a real warrior. Imagine we were talking about Daniel Dubois taking the knee in the first round. Imagine if this was he would have been on his knees a long time ago.
Oh, 110%. I think Chisora is an absolute tank, an absolute warrior. He's been nothing but a credit to the sport. As in, aside from the small shenanigans, controversial stuff that he's done, overall, when people look back on Derek Chisora's career, I think they're going to say, you know what? Overall, he was a good guy. He was good for the sport.
Oh yes. He's a true professional. Yeah, true.
100.
I would like to see him retire though, and I know he doesn't want to, but there's no other fight out there for him that would make sense.
I think what he should do now is get into coaching, get into commentating, become like a boxing journalist, or even become like a sparring partner just for these fighters, or like a coach for some of these world fighters. For these world fighters.
I think he would sparring partner. He would do good as a sparring partner with the 16-ounce gloves, the head protectors and things like that. That would really save him some damage as well.
Exactly. And I think Go
ahead.
No, you first.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I don't think the camera has been on Usyk, but I don't think Usyk is gonna step in the ring.
I think they had Joe Joyce and Usyk right next to each other. I think at
Right.
Fury going with their hands. I think they're gonna have them get into the center. If that's the case,
Absolutely.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if Fury does slap Usyk.
Ah,
That would be
that we
funny.
want to see. But I'm glad Fury took the win, and now we can see the undisputed fight for sure. That's the fight everyone's been
Yes.
waiting for. Good warm up for Fury. I mean, it's better than inactivity. Great to see him back in
Yeah.
the ring from his retirement.
Yeah. I don't think the ref should have stopped it that early, to be fair, either. I mean, it's not like, yes, Chisora was bleeding, his eye was closing, but I don't think it's like he was completely down. I still think he could have had a little bit more in him. I still think he had a little bit more in him.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely,
I love that
absolutely.
sign of respect between them.
So still no 12 round distance for Fury under Sugar Hill. Then impressive.
Yeah, very. Let's see what I think. I think the Usyk fight would end on points. I think the Usyk fight would end in a split or controversial decision.
Oh yes, absolutely. That would be a good fight. It will be nice to see two people that move around the ring a lot.
Yeah. You just know now afterwards they're gonna have the best like dinner, lunch, they're gonna meet up with each other, be friends,
Oh yeah.
spa, everything.
Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Don Charles and John Fury. But guys, like in my opinion, it's been a much better fight than expected. Yes, the fight went the decision the way we expected it. A categorically and clear Fury win. But overall, like I think Chisora has earned so much respect from me over the past few years. Now this fight has taken that to a whole new level. Chisora, like I feel sad that he's going to go because he's a needed character in boxing. He's like another Tyson in terms of ability to sell tickets, being controversial, being attention, generating hype and attention. I think he's like another Tyson Fury, and you can't just put all the pressure on Tyson Fury like that because as heavyweight boxing goes, I think that aside from Tyson Fury, no one can sell tickets based on how much they talk, the way Derek Chisora does. I mean, in other words, Joshua can sell tickets, but he doesn't sell tickets the same way that Fury does. Now, what happens when Fury goes? You're just gonna have quiet, humble guys, which is good. I like that, but you need a villain in every story,
Yes.
in every pantomime, in
Yes.
every show, in every saga, every entertainment franchise. You need a villain, and you are right. Parker is with Fury, by the way. He's at the back. I can see
Oh,
him.
absolutely. Yes.
You can
Yes.
see him. Can you see Joseph
Yeah,
Parker?
I can see him. He's right there at the back. Yeah.
Thanks for the updates and keep us for next time. Perfect. Thank you so much, Big CMR. You also said Chisora did well going pound for pound. Agreed. Agreed. Easy. He showed tremendous heart, tremendous bravery. And I think, to be honest, going next for them, I mean, obviously, Fury's still going to be up there, not like the top spot. But I think Chisora is more so for the Andy Ruiz, for the Joshua, for the Wilder, Joshua and Wilder, for them because as in from their perspective, it would be good for them to fight Chisora because Chisora is a well-proven fighter. He's also someone who could give them a challenge and help allow them to overcome the obstacles that they face. And if they're successful in doing so, it will tremendously boost their confidence and their ability to do so. But at the same time, I think that in terms of from Chisora's side, it's beneficial for him to fight them not only just for a good payday, but also because they're at a stage whereby if he fights them, it will still be an iconic fight. It will be a very good, crazy, entertaining fight. It's not going to be like a shutout fight, if that makes sense. I mean, what's
Oh
your take?
yes. Oh yes, absolutely. I mean, as we can see, like Chisora, like he entertains the fans. Like he doesn't just sit down. He brings his
Yep.
all, and I mean, that's what like every fighter wants for like a tune-up fight to like
Yep.
get themselves back or just get a
Yep.
good challenge, bring out some rust and
Mhm.
that kind of thing, without necessarily thinking about losing or gonna lose the fight. So yeah, big ups to Chisora. But from a human perspective, I don't want to see him be that guy to be, somebody's tune up all the time. I think, he should, like you said, look for something else to do and, save himself. But if he still wants to go, like if he still can carry on, like, let the man be himself.
I don't think that there's danger with that. Is that he shouldn't carry on for too long, otherwise he'll do like a Roy Jones Jr. or a
Muhammad
uh,
Ali.
not necessarily Muhammad Ali, but I mean Muhammad Ali. He fought when he had Parkinson's, earlier stage of Parkinson's. I mean more so like a Roy Jones Jr. whereby um, Roy Jones Jr. is one of the greatest boxers of all time. Some would say probably the greatest, matter of opinion. But he fought unnecessarily too long, and that destroyed his legacy. Another fighter was Danny Williams. Danny Williams, I mean, he beat Mike Tyson at one point. He was just the guy to fight, but he kept on fighting too much, and now he's just become more for like a journeyman, if that makes sense.
Oh yes, oh
So
yes.
from
Yeah.
that perspective, I agree with you, and I can understand why you say from a human perspective, because I too, I'm with that. But I think Chisora's got maybe 2 to 3 more fights at the maximum. If it's 3 fights, 2 of them with at least 1 to 2 other high caliber
Oh,
fighters.
Usyk is
Fury,
getting in
Fury,
the ring. Yo,
Usyk,
Fury
Fury
brought him
Usyk.
to the
Let's
ring.
see if he's him.
Yeah,
Let's see if he's
Fury.
him. Oh,
Oh yeah, no,
he's
Fury
and
called him
Usyk's
in.
just
Fury
standing.
called him in.
And Usyk's just standing. He's looking at
Yeah,
him.
he's just standing there. Yeah,
Look at him. Usyk.
yeah. I
Oh
mean,
my
he's
god.
trying to sell the fight, Fury style.
Yeah,
I mean, this is
Georgie Fury did win by knockout, 10th round stoppage by referee. Bro, Usyk looks like a murderer. Oh my, and he's dressed in all black as well. Oh my days. Look at him. Just look how he's looking at Fury.
yeah.
Look how he's looking at him. And look at what Fury's saying. Fury said he's going to slap him. He hasn't slapped him. He said if he slaps
No.
him,
Fury called him. Fury told him to get in the ring.
Let's see what he said.
Yeah.
This is so good. This is so interesting.
It's so good. Oh yeah, it's just and this is what I was talking about. This is what I want to see next year. From a mega fight perspective.
This is Joe Joyce as well. Oh my lord, bro! Christmas has come early for me. I don't even celebrate it. Okay, it's come early for me.
Exactly.
Look at them. I mean, he's on the phone. Joyce and Usyk have history between them. Joyce and Usyk would be a good fight. Fury and Joyce, I mean, they've trained together previously. They know they're good with each other. Apologies for bad language. They're going
You
at
give
it.
Fury the mic. What do you expect?
Man, I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch this again. I haven't even heard exactly what he said, but I can just tell what they're saying. That makes sense. Obviously, for copyright purposes, I can't say that, but I can't show exactly what they're saying.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Nice handshake in the end from Fury and Usyk. Good
All
respect
of
in
them.
there.
All of them.
Yeah, that's always nice to see.
I love that about fight. This is the beauty about boxing, bro. Like even like past few years or so, it hasn't been that much respect between them. But now you can see they want to kill each other, but now there's just polite and respectful, and that's what you love to see. As soon as Fury saw Usyk, call him outside, talking afterwards. Okay, let's get on. Exactly how it needs to be.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, much respect. Oh, absolutely. And that, I mean, I know I've said this a lot, and this is exactly what I wanted to see. Not you know, Chisora winning, and I mean, I like Chisora for sure, but we just want to see the heavyweight scene to be on fire. That was fire right there. There's an undisputed fight to be made next year. Joyce seems like he's throwing himself in the mix. He got up as well, so he's in the mix. AJ is in the mix. Wilder, Ruiz are also going to be in the mix, and that's what we want to see. The best, coming up against themselves. And I think it's.
No, sorry. Apologies. Carry on.
Oh no, I was just wrapping up, and I think that's what we want to see: the best fighting the best, and
yes,
we all like we as fans, having quality fights, and just something that we can always remember and watch back. 10 years from now, we go back watching these fights for sure.
110%. And on the topic of that, I was just thinking that imagine if Usyk and Joyce stepped in the ring with Fury, You have Chisora there. If AJ was there, he stepped in the ring. If Wilder was there, you've got 6 fighters who are not afraid to get into it.
Oh,
Okay,
absolutely,
take
absolutely,
Chisora away for a moment. Put those
absolutely.
fighters there. You just know it's going to be mayhem. And now you have a fight like Chisora's there. You know full well Chisora's just going to get involved in it.
Oh
It
yeah.
was so beautiful to see at the end. Because normally in these fights, you always see the guy who won as well as his next proposed opponent. For you to see Joe Joyce there as well,
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Fury is at the top of the tree for sure. I mean, he's
110%.
on the top of the tree, and in his mind, he can clean any of them out
Yep, I
in
agree.
his
I agree
mind,
with that.
and he backs himself up so much. So it's
Mhm.
just for him now to see like what fight like makes sense for him, and just map out like his path to retirement. I know he talks about not fighting for legacy, but
Yep,
he wants to be known as the best heavyweight ever. And I mean, I know some people talk about
mhm,
Fury, Tyson, Fury, Ali,
yep,
and all that kind of stuff, but with his attributes that I've seen,
yep,
his size, his mobility, his power, his IQ, like he would give
yep,
anybody a problem, anybody, any era. That I know for sure. Like, and like just watch the way he. And this when I talk about Fury, like Fury Klitschko, very different fights. Fury
yeah,
Wilder one, different fight. Fury Wilder two,
yeah,
different fight. Fury Wilder three, like he can bring up any style that works for him. Fury
yep,
Cunningham, absolutely different fight. He's
yeah.
one
Of
fighter
course,
that
of
when I
course.
just sit back, relax, watch old fight, I'm like, oh, that's new. I've never seen him do this before. Oh, that's new again. Oh, that's new. That's new. That's new. And I'm like, wow, he's really a true fighting man, a true boxer, and he understands the game for sure.
110%, my brother. So like spot on, absolutely spot on. So going through a few of the comments. Da, 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 da. Fury, Fury needs only to be Usyk and job done. Yeah, I think he needs to beat Usyk and then fight just to wrap up that saga
Yeah.
because then
Oh
you
yeah.
could genuinely say he could beat everyone. Because another reason for that is if he beats Usyk and that's it. What if AJ then comes back, beats Usyk, and beats other fighters, and he's still there and they haven't fought? So there's always going to be that one fight that they should have gone. And to be honest, if you can beat Usyk, then you can beat Fury because I think Fury is more intelligent than Usyk. And he's got better ring IQ than Usyk, in my opinion. That may sound controversial, be controversial. So if Usyk can beat Joshua in the way that he did, I think Fury could beat Joshua in the way he did, and even more convincingly better because Fury is a natural heavyweight. Usyk's not. Like, does that make sense? And Fury's fought some much harder punches than than um, than Usyk did. So it'll be. I think he needs to just to wrap it up. As in, you'll be more confident for Fury to do this. I think Fury will find Usyk a much harder fighter than Joshua. Big CMR said Clyde 100. Responding to Clyde Wiley, 100% AJ will lose. He agrees AJ is a hard hitter, but Tyson overall is a better fighter. Another agreeable statement.
Oh
What's your
yeah.
take on that?
Oh no, I mean easy, 100% agree. 100%.
Someone else said, I don't think Wilder is. He doesn't think Big CMR says Wilder isn't. He doesn't think Wilder is a better boxer than AJ. There's a lot better boxer out there. AJ picks his fight to be good for him. In the beginning, yes, but towards the end, he didn't because if you look at like this is the one thing I would defend AJ on. The resume that he has, the CV that he has, the fight that he's fought are no joke necessarily. He's fought White. Yes, White was early on in his career, but so was AJ. He's fought White. He's fought what's it called? He's fought Klitschko. And Klitschko, even though Klitschko wasn't the same usual stuff, but he was still nevertheless a decent opponent. He fought Ruiz. Even though Ruiz was a surprise package, he rematched Ruiz straight away. He fought Usyk. Even when he lost the first Usyk fight, he didn't take the easy road, take step aside money. He didn't have warm up fights. He went straight for Usyk again. So I mean, early on in his career, I'd say AJ cherry picked his fights, but I wouldn't say so now. Would you agree with me?
Oh yes. Oh yes. I mean, I think yeah, AJ, now, his fights now are kind of different from what he has fought before, absolutely.
But yeah, But yeah, anyways, I mean, that's it for me. That's it for me for today. I think, to be honest, I really enjoyed this live watch along the fight, especially this last fight. Etty, what's your take on it? If you had to wrap up everything in one sentence, in your own words, how would you do so?
I mean, the heavyweight divisions of fire, fire,
Come
fire,
on,
fire.
bro.
The
Come
last,
on.
that frame of Usyk, Joyce, and Tyson and Fury, all in, that frame, that shot, just
Mhm.
makes me excited for next year. There's a whole lot of fights to be made. There's a whole lot of, big fights, not just,
Mhm.
regular fights, even across the side of the pond. Wilder, Ruiz. So it's the heavyweight
Yes.
divisions of fire. And I mean, there's only one man on the top of the tree,
Come
Tyson
on.
Fury,
Exactly.
dominant display
Gypsy
today.
King.
Absolutely, the king, dominant display today. He didn't break a sweat. His last two fights have been really like, come on, guys, give me something to cheer about. Why it
Yeah,
was easy, no sweat.
110%.
Chisora, no sweat as well. But I still want to give it, big ups to Chisoro. He didn't step down. He didn't quit on his stool. He still want to continue. And
Mhm.
I wish him well going forward. I really like him. I mean, he's won my heart more today, and I just wish him well. Just one more thing on Dubois. I just I think he needs to tune up a lot.
Mhm.
He has the talent, he has the size. He needs to get back to the drawing board and
Mhm.
tune up for sure.
I agree. I mean, you've taken the words right out of my mouth. Completely agree with everything you said. I mean, the heavyweight division is very exciting now. It has been for the past few years, and if anything, fights like this show that there's always, aside from the huge names that you'd expect, there's always going to be B grade fighters that are still going at it. So credit to Chisora, absolute warrior, brave person. Like there's no other way to describe him. He deserves everything that he's going to get now. I think he's got, like I said, 2, 3 more fights at the maximum before he needs to call it a day, right off to the sunset, hang up his gloves, enjoy the time he has with his family, his health he has with his family. And yeah, I mean, very fantastic fight. And I very much look forward to the heavyweight division, see what 2023 brings for us. But guys, thank you so much, all of you, for tuning in. If you haven't done so, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. It's been an absolute pleasure presenting to for all of you lot on behalf of Quality Shot Boxing. I'm sure Etty will agree with me as well. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and see you guys on the next live Watchalong.
All right, bye bye.
Take care, guys.